We're live and definitely didn't do... Actually, I don't even know how long I was because I kept bringing down the stream. We'll say 46 minutes of troubleshooting. The stream should now be buttery smooth regardless of my zoom levels. There is a thing called VBAC, which is apparently just stupid. Never trust VBAC. I was also given a clip of what the hell freeze shaking means. What is that? That's not even freeze shaking. Why is that what you call freeze shaking? That is acid trip. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that clip? Oh my god, that might be one of my favorite clips right now. What is even... That is some like... How? How is that the data it sends out? That doesn't make any sense. The screen is melting. That is trippy as fuck. Someone post that to my clips channel, please, in the Discord. Either that or I'll try to remember after an 8-hour stream, which I'm not going to remember. Oh my god, that was okay. I will forgive you for not being more clear other than it's doing weird shit. Because I'm fairly certain even if you were specific and you said the screen is melting, I would not have believed you or understood what you were saying. When you're suddenly in a Doom game. We have a lot of butcherings ordered, so we do have too many animals. I suspected we did. We need to let our dwarves train. We need to save our captured dwarves. So we suspect now, with whatever I did, that we have fixed the audio levels and we have fixed the visuals on what is being broadcast. Because they were off somehow and for some reason. Who actually knows what was going on? I do know that apparently at any point, I can turn off a deblocking filter to get a Doom level transition, which I have to find some way to weaponize that. There's got to be a good time to just drop a freaking the stream is melting. Like if there's just someone trash talking, maybe if they don't know what's going on, I could be like, I'm going to remove you from the stream and just have the thing start melting to confuse them. That would be amazing, but the problem is that would affect everyone. It's like yeah. All right, so we have everyone where we are. Is we have a lot of dead people. We have a lot of dead people, and we have bones and skulls. I believe what I need to do is to start cranking out bone bolts and decorating with bone and making bone crafts. We just need to get the bones out of our piles, start working on them. Anything that ends up being unusable after the fact, we can get rid of. Oh, also totems. We need them skull totems. Get them out of here. That's not even what I experienced, but that is a fantastic clip. No, yeah, it is. Hello to Chulu. By the way, now tell me, how do I explain this? I just like the idea that that's how easy it is to just break Twitch. It's just whatever that filter is. I'm gonna turn this off. Like, that doesn't make sense. Twitch should just be sending the bits it's receiving. So why is the bits going down? How are you making the bits fall? Bits do not experience gravity. I I've been working for a week, but holy shit, next week I've been given 20 hours. Well, how many did you have this week? Also, hopefully, I did like 15. Jesus. If I maybe, I don't know if it'd be polite to ask. I don't know. Some cultures, like, you know, in America, you can be like, what is your job? And I know sometimes occasionally have people in France, and I know in France, or is it Japan? I think it's France. You should not ask someone what their job is, because in America, it's like, oh, this is what I do. In France, it's like, this is what I live off of. So I think most of you are Americans, but I never know if it is or is not polite. A sandwich maker. Just beat the children. It'll be a lot less exhausting if you just start slapping it at children. I'm not American. I'm just a humble cheeseburger. Why is there a box down here? Hello? There is a box down here. There's a grown cage? Why is there? Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't know what that's for. I don't know why it exists. Supposedly we fixed the audio. That's good. We fixed the audio. We have fixed the video. We will never VBAC filter, but we will always be prepared to deblock some people. Now, question, did it come back? But like when I turned it back on, I came back, right? I am good at calling me an American is offensive. I like this job. I feel like if people want to spend $15 on a sandwich, it's my responsibility to make them an amazing sandwich. This is true. Like, I know it sounds weird, but I tried explaining that to friends and family when I came back from Japan, just the differences in, like, job culture. Even, like, the dudes working in, say, Burger King took their jobs in Japan, took their jobs super fucking serious, because it's not a reflection of, say, Burger King, that Burger King employed them. It is a reflection on the employee, how they performed at Burger King, if that makes sense, and thus is a reflection on their family. I tried explaining that to people, just this difference in mentality between a lot of our jobs and the same jobs in foreign countries. Like that, the mentality can make or break an experience. Why am I not mining? I am apparently trying to. Let us switch this out. Mine, please, mine. I'm trying to make the room be at least complete with stone. It won't be able to be engraved, but it doesn't need to be garbage either. Also, for right now, for anyone who is wondering, I'm not entirely sure what is going on with Stellaris. Theoretically, there should have been a Stellaris today. It was going to be pushed back until it was going to be like the later half of the stream instead of like the early half, which was fine. But then someone, I'm forgetting, was going to be late. And then while sleeping, they started changing the time again. So then it was like Stellaris was going to start at like 11. So I may or may not now be in the Stellaris game, or they're not going to do it because some people were okay with the new time, but some people weren't. I was like, there's no way for me to be strategic and energetic after streaming for 7 hours and then randomly at that time being like, I'm going to do strategy. So I do not know what is going on with Stellaris. I'm Spanish. People there can make a whole career at the service industry. Nothing wrong with being a waiter for 20 years. Also, we don't do tips or fake nice to the customers where I'm from. That! I will agree with that. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. You are paid to do that job. You are not necessarily paid to force fake being happy. Like, of course, don't take it out on the customer. No, I'm not, you know, in any way condoning something like that if something is wrong in your day-to-day life. But the idea in a lot of our service industries that you have to convince the customer that you are just having the greatest day of your life every day is insane to me. All right, we need to sort out our jobs. It has been a minute since I actually sorted out who we have doing what. So let's take a second, switch this to profession, and see what we have going on. Axe Lord is military. I will leave him alone. Bard is the human bard. We'll leave him alone. He should probably be turned off of a lot of jobs. Why does he have all these jobs on? You're a bard, my dude. Are you my only brewer? Okay, no. So yeah, you shouldn't have a lot of these jobs on. You're not my butcher. You're not my tanner. A bard should not have these jobs on. I will leave you with farming just because, I mean, give the man something to do so he doesn't go crazy. But a bard's job is to sing music and impregnate the locals. Farming, I feel, is close enough. I mean, you're planting seed. It makes sense to me. That's what a bard does. Especially if you're a bard whose name is Cockle First Inches. So we'll take off most of his jobs except farming. We have 2 butchers. I don't trust that because I can see one of you isn't a butcher. Also, we don't have butchers. We call them like the something guild, didn't we? The meat guild? The slaughterhouse workers. So do you have skill at butchering at all? Barely. Okay, no, you're just a hauler. I'm going to switch you to hauler for now. The other butcher will go be slaughterhouse worker. We can sort out what's happening there later. Cheese maker. I think we are trying to get cheese right now. So this just needs to be a job I actually create. We need to have a cheese man. Let's start milking and cheesing. We need a name for the cheese making job though. Cheese making icon. I'm not changing the icon. The role is cheese maker. Malk hardener. Branded cheese, please. Malk hardener. No, we're not doing milk hardener. What is we'll call him Swiss maker for now. I might change that later. I like Swiss cheese. Call him a Swiss maker. 3 craftsmen. That's not a thing. Craftsman is not necessarily a job. But if we're going to make it, then I will make a craftsman out of you. Here's what a craftsman is going to be in our base. A craftsman is not going to be called an artist. He's going to be called we need a job neutral crafts worker. But a craftsman will get wood crafting, stone crafting, and bone carving. That is a craftsman. His job is to craft. Generic craftsman. What do you call them before you become like a proper craftsman? You're not an entrepreneur. You're not an assistant. You are in training. What is that type of job in training called? Journeyman? Yeah, we'll go with that. I think there's a different word I would have preferred, but journeyman we'll deal with. Apprentice, that's the word. Apprentice craftsman, because they're not delineated into one of the 3. Apprentice craftsman. And the role, we'll go with bone carver just because. Commit that. The other 2 craftsmen will now be apprentice craftsmen because they're not delineated yet. We have 3 doctors, but none of them are actual doctors. Where did I call the doctors? A medic. Makes sense to me. I will keep you as medic right now. An elite wrestler. At some point, I do want to switch them up to a proper thing, but I'll leave them alone right now. We have 2 engineers, which means they have mechanics, siege engineering, and pump operating. Sure, I'll leave that alone. 2 excavators means they're miners. Makes sense to me. 2 farmers, one of which is not a farmer, but is in fact a doctor. And does not have farming as a skill. All right, Grogrin. If you want to be a farmer, that's fine, but you're going to be a damn farmer. What do I call farmers? Stoneworkers, Union, Swishmaker, trained soldier. Ah, the other guys should all be classified as trained soldiers. Weavers Guild, Woodworkers Guild, Fisher, Fishmonger Field. I thought I had a name for farmers. It wasn't just Green Thumb. But that is the farming skill with plant processing. Okay. You are also a Green Thumb. Commit that through. The people who have other things, the Axe Lord, you are a trained soldier. No. New idea. If they're not a lord, right? No, this is genuine a thing we're going to go with. Because this is the way the game does it. If we look at what we have, work with me, game. Where's the thing? There it is. It breaks them down into their basic job types. Engineers, farmers, animals, so on and so forth. Then you have military, gets its own half of a screen, including regular dwarf lord, regular dwarf master, regular dwarf lord, so on and so forth. I think they become elite at like 13, and I need to look this up. This way I know how trained they are. If they're not elite, we'll call them enlisted personnel. Once they become elite, they don't care how long they're stationed or whatever. They are now military dwarves. We'll call all of them officers. So, Dwarf Fortress Axe Lord. When does an Axe Dwarf become an Axe Lord? Soldier. Soldier professions. Every weapon has associated skills. Soldiers have professions according to what weapon they are most skilled at using, as long as they are at least a novice rank in one. Thus, the soldier whose highest weapon skill is spear will be known as a spear dwarf. He's been reassigned to train, even if he's been reassigned to train with an axe. He'll not change his name until another weapon becomes what he's proficient at, or the most proficient at. All right, this is actually kind of good to know. It says kind of what they're best at, not just damage. Axe dwarves, thought by some to be the only true dwarven soldiers specialized in slash damage, also known as the fine art of mangling and severing limbs. This damage type is useful for taking away mobility and means of attack, eventually causing them to bleed to death. Battle axes move slower than swords, but do more damage. So I'm going to say axe as debuffer. I never actually thought of it in terms of what they hack off. Is it a good idea to make dwarves miners, woodworkers, stoneworkers, metalsmiths so they gain a benefit from guilds the most, or is it still best to have one artisan for each skill and power level it? We are approaching that from a completely different angle, so that is a good question, but also it is a question that has no proper answer with the way we're doing it. It would be a good idea to make dwarves miners stuff so they can benefit from guilds the most, but remember, all of our guilds are open to all of our dwarves. So people who aren't those professions are gaining the skill from guilds. If guilds are working the way I think you're thinking they should work and the way they're usually supposed to work, yeah, you'd probably want to have multiple people with that job in the hopes that they would join the guild and gain more skill. But because of the way we're overlapping guilds and temples and stuff to get everyone those skills, it really doesn't matter in that regard. As a matter of fact, we've got a lot of guys getting the legendary anyways without ever actually touching the job. So there is that. Yeah, like there is an answer, but our weird way we set up our base has circumvented that entire question. Yeah, you're gonna want to, at least at the beginning, power level a dude or two. That way they can have high enough to, as Coca-Cola said, lead the demonstrations. But if your thought is them gaining this skill, then yes, obviously you would want to try to get them to use the guilds. But if you just make the guild open to your base, then they'll go in anyways if you've caused an overlap. There is that. Axe dwarves are debucking. Specialize in bludgeon, which breaks the bones of the enemies, will often repel the enemy some distance, causing extra damage. Human hammermen use a more powerful maul, focus breaking bones from mangling limbs. That does have a greater chance to knock back an opponent than a mace, but does come at Scott Sweet. Also, someone can be knocked back in an obstacle to take. I'll just say raw damage. Hammer dwarves, armor ignoring raw damage. Armor. Because we can't use them all, right? Because also, didn't we determine that the way it works is a smaller contact area? Are they sure a maul does more damage? Mace swords use a weapon, different name and skill, though exactly the same in game terms. Assuming any weapons has preference for maces. Hammers are slightly better since the hammer skill is also used by marksmen who's run out of bolts. This is the only time when it's good to have a metal. So mace dwarf, I don't think we have anyone doing maces, but I'll say mace is a lesser hammer. Spear dwarves specialize in pierce damage, will puncture the organs quickly and critically. Spear doesn't hit as hard as an axe, but a higher chance of piercing organs, making a better choice against large living creatures like... Okay, so spear equals crit chance organ failure. We already knew that one. I thought maybe there was something else, but I guess not. Swords... They're decent. I'll say swords are average. Trying to reduce the swords equals average. Mark swords are mark swords. Wrestlers. Everyone should be good with wrestling. Wrestling. Everyone's secondary skill. All right, recruits. Any dwarf without at least one of the above skills at novice or high will be classified as a recruit. If you keep them off duty, they will train at their selected weapon until they reach novice in it, at which point they will then turn into one of the weapon dwarves. Okay, cool. Once the soldier reaches great skill level, this is why I've got this up. I know you guys can't see what I'm reading. 11th above. The 11th above no skill. So level 11. And any weapon, they'll become heroes, which will be called Lord Master Elite. They'll have a different color shade and can no longer be removed from the military. That's not true. Their preference menu will be replaced by the text, "This hero need not work," and you will not be able to deactivate them, making them civilians again. Transfer them into or out of the guard or assign work dogs to them. Note that armor user skill and shield user skills do not make a hero. I don't understand what they're telling me. You can still change your weapons and change your soldiering orders. Heroes in either the Fortress or Royal Guard cannot be given military orders via the squad screen and will become permanently useless. Is that a bug? What are you talking about? If you have any expert, professional, or accomplished soldiers in the Guard and don't wish them to become locked into the military, transfer them out. Alternatively, a dwarf on the verge of becoming a hero, one weapon skill can be assigned another weapon and will continue training there. The attribute bonuses from gaining each weapon skill do stack. There's one method of making a legendary shield hammer user without making a hero. Heroes cannot trade. Upon reaching legend, heroes cannot trade. So our dudes who were in the military who were brokers, if they became a high enough level, they were never going to go talk. That makes sense. Upon reaching legendary in any weapon, a hero will instead become a champion with the following announcement. Dwarf has become a legendary champion. Hail dwarf name. Champions behave the same as heroes, so they're additionally exempt from dwarven economy, like all legendary dwarves. Champions cannot serve under heroes or normal soldiers. The fuck are you talking about? But will willingly serve under other champions. Okay, so it's level 11. Or level 12. I don't know what the fuck they were just talking about, but I'm going to say level 11. Oh, that's because this is the older version. I'm at 40D. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, let's try this again. Let's look at the current version. It says the exact same thing. Oh, okay, no. Once heroes reach level 11th in any weapon, they'll become heroes. Heroes can be removed from duty regardless of skill level and can be kept on active duty indefinitely since they love training and combat and will no longer complain about long patrols. Note that non-weapon skills do not make a dwarf a hero. Exception: if a dwarf gains level 11 or above in a weapon skill while a civilian, they will not become a hero. Blah, blah, blah. Weapon skills can only be improved as civilian while hunting, very slowly through off-duty drills, blah, 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 blah. The dwarf will become a hero as usual. The champion is now a noble position appointed by a baron. That is, you can appoint it, but you cannot do so without a baron. A champion has no special room requirements, but he may make a single demand eventually. As the title of champion is bestowed by appointment rather than merit, you may want to have your best teacher be the champion and conduct weapon demonstrations to boost the morale of training soldiers, while your toughest killers are the ones that go out and fight the goblins. Okay, so that's what I get for reading an old version. So level 11 or 12. It said level above nothing. So level 11? We'll go with level 11. All right, so the reason why we did all that was so I could identify what was what. An Axe Lord means he is above 11. So I need to create 3 things. I'm going to turn off all of his skills, and I'm going to say that he is in the military. I'm going to commit that through, and I'm going to say that our Axe Lord Ziranak is military. This is a temporary one that I don't mean to use for a long time, but I need to get everyone together so I can see what the hell they're doing. No, cancel that. There is one called military. Just look in there. So he is a lord. He is that. He gets to go to the new thing of officer. Now we know. I'll just have to look in the military for some of these. This guy, elite wrestler. He technically isn't he is a lord because of wrestling. So Doob, he is now officer. Officer I'll need to change later. Where is officer? Didn't I just create this? New custom profession. Oh, I named him officer. I'm an idiot. Who was that? That was a name Dwarf. Does anyone remember? It was X06. X06 I just renamed. Hold on. I need Lord. I want them to look the same. So we'll go with, do you not have Hammer Dwarves? Law Dwarf Weak? Hammer Dwarf. Do you not have Lords? You don't have Lords under roll, do you? We'll say none. Roll average. And these shouldn't be on. Oh, that's because I'm making them out of the wrong thing. Keep on all those, though. Okay. Commit that through. The Axe Lord was X06. I screwed him up. X06. X06 is an officer. Why am I not seeing it again? Where does officer keep going? Elite wrestler Doob. I created a job off of you. You're not a custom profession elite wrestler. Did it not get named? Profession reset to default. Commit. Elite wrestler. Customization. New custom profession. Officer. Roll average. Nothing on. Literally nothing on. Jesus. Turn the haulings back on. Maybe later I'll turn these off. I'll figure them out later. We'll do that. Commit. Have I created officer? I've never seen something be such a pain to create. Officer. There we go. That's all I wanted. 2 excavators, 5 green thumbs. Sort them. 18 haulers. We'll get to you idiots later. For now, I will genuinely turn you all back into proper haulers. Figure out your skills later. 1 jeweler. Make sure you're a real jeweler. 3 kitchen staff. That looks like it's going through correctly. 1 lumberjack. We're going to need more. 2 meat packers. We're going to need more. 7 medics. 9 in the metalworkers guild. These guys give no fucks. So many legendary weapon and armor smiths. 2 officers. 1 peasant. That means you're a hauler. 3 guys calling themselves planters. That's not a thing. I guess we're calling them green thumbs? I don't remember that being the thing, but I guess that's the thing.
4 people as I've lost them. 4 people as 2 as wrestlers. They're not elite. So if we turn off their skills, and again, if they have like a legendary skill or something like that, we can put them back on afterwards. But if you're calling yourselves wrestlers, and are you both trained in the military? Kind of. Are you in a squad? It doesn't matter. For right now on YouTube, I will just assign a new thing off of you called enlisted.
Please tell me that went through correctly. Well, one of them did. The other one did too. Okay. Back to Labor's Compact. 7 in the Woodworkers Guild. All right, these are what we need to start sorting out. Woodcrafter, who is legendary at it. We don't have legendary crafters that I'm caring about right now. You will just be a apprentice craftsman. This is what I get for not paying attention to these guys forever. Sword Master, you're an officer. Commit that through. Surgeon, you can be a nurse. Medic, whatever the hell I called you. All right, 4 rangers. I need to come up with a proper skill for them. 3 officers, 1 Swiss maker, 7 woodworkers guilds. Okay, we've gotten everyone to a basic idea of what they're doing. I like spear dwarves. I feel like the small chances, like being small, is disadvantages, and with spears and numbers, you can nullify them. Acquire resource pieces acting funny and slow now. Once more, rolled 6. Oh, where did you? I'm sorry, Mr. Mantium. No, I didn't. 16 for Mr. Mantium. Collapse all. Make sure it's not just some weird glitch. Yes, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Mr. Mantium, you are currently a hauler. Mr. Mantium. No, I think your name does fit. You have a long name, though. Mr. Mantium. I'm working. You might not be. You might not. You might actually be in the military. I don't know. Hold on. That's what I'm saying. It's been a minute, and we've had lots of people dying and shit. I don't actually know who's in what anything anymore. So, profession. First of all, sort by squad. Read. Military. Collapse. He should be an officer. The Pixelated Fox should be an officer. Nick the Foxable should be an officer. Finbab should be an officer. And Doob is already an officer. Commit that through. All right. T'Chulu, I think we already have him as it, but he needs to be enlisted. Dragaman, Domine, Coca-Cola, and Insane Gifter. I think all need to be enlisted. Commit that through. Okay. These 3 need to be officers. And you, the only one that's off is wrestling. You need to be an officer as well. Now, if I resort this by profession and track down those collapse all, those enlisted, yep, none of them are good at the skills they need to be good at. And all of our officers are, ta-da, sorted. Now we know if someone dies in the military, if we actually cared. That sounds bad. That sounds worse than I intended it. All right. We need to have craftsmen. And then, like the officership, when there's, say, level 12 in a skill, they need to diversify so we have enough legendaries in each particular skill. Apprentice craftsman. I want to always try to maintain apprentice craftsmen at around 10 people. With the legendaries, or the people that get promoted into legendaries, of the 3 things, at 3 each makes sense to me. Meaning, if you have 120 dwarves, because I'm not doing this off a percentage, you will have 19, or about 1/6 of your dwarves doing something with the 3 core crafts to get shit done. That makes sense to me. So, we haven't made legendary crafts yet on any of these, right? Everyone's going to go back to crafting, then I'm going to promote them up. Jewelry, I'm not going to consider crafting, at least not for this math. Lumberjack is wood cutting. That is fine. 9 officers, 1 slaughterhouse. The rangers I'll work on in a minute. Stoneworkers, union. See, you are the ones should not have stone crafting. There you go. That makes more sense. Probably need to fix that later. Weavers Guild needs to be worked on, and Woodworkers Guild is not. See, you're not craftsmen. You're proper woodworkers. This is how we get it to sort out. So we don't have anyone other than our apprentice craftsmen doing these crafting skills. We have a couple of haulers that would be fantastic in these skills. I'm going to put you all to apprentice craftsmen. Commit you through. All right, right now we have 8 apprentice craftsmen. This needs to be brought to 19 so we can divvy out the 3 highest in each one. If we do that and go by role, I'm not sure there's a difference between woodcrafter and... There is a slight difference, but not much. How many do we have up here? 8. We need a 19, so I need the top 11 haulers. See what's happening? The haulers disappear. This is kind of what I'm wanting to do. I'm going to take you guys, top of this line, put you in as apprentice crafters. Why don't I see apprentice crafter? What the fuck happened to the job of apprentice craftsman? Is this not what you are? Apprentice craft. I really love when it gets rid of... Now they're back. Oh my fucking lord. Woodcrafter. You to you. Customize. Not on that screen? For some reason, that one screen is not allowed to see how many crafters. 13, we needed 6 more. Back to roles. Sort by stone crafting. Back to the haulers. None of them aren't in the red. Go to bone carver. Are any of you not in the red? How many did I need? 13 to 19. I needed 6. So the top 6 were at least good at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's literally the people who don't have the penalty. Back to labors for some reason. That is so weird. All right. We have now sorted out the people we want to do crafting. Haulers are literally people who don't even do that. They can do architecture. They can do pump operating. That is a hauler. We have now separated haulers from people that do shit, which means you may no longer be a hauler. Now, I want to find the 3 highest for the 3 different crafts. You 3. All right, I'm going to turn this off of that and that skill because you're legendary. Vicindir, he is now... What is a term for a master craftsman? I'll put the 3rd on his thing in a minute. What is the term for... Oh, apprentice never went all the way in. I have to update that name. I could have said apprentice craft. But... So there's apprentice, journeyman, which we're kind of skipping journeyman because we're letting them go all the way up. Maybe it'd take a lot more microing to keep track of whether or not they were low levels or medium levels. Low levels, I suppose that would make sense. Low levels could be switched over to hauling at a dime, but we don't want to deal with that right now. So it's apprentice, journeyman. Does anyone know what a fully trained craftsman is? Like someone who's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants, basically. Master craftsman? I'll just say master for right now. I'll get the correct name in like 10 minutes or 2 weeks. Someone will tell me how wrong I am. I'll say he's a master wood crafter. Master wood. We'll just say master wood. Roll. Woodcrafter. Okay. Your highest skill. Top 4 rules. Leather worker. Do you hate me? Hellfire Skyrim. Thank you for your raid. How are you doing, Hellfire? Am I on the right thing? Ah, Xenoblade. Yes. Minecraft Steve. Ah, I see. I should have known Minecraft Steve. I don't want the top 4 roles. I forgot about leatherworking in this entire thing. That guy probably shouldn't be here. Whatever, we'll work on that later. Student concentration, and then it gets rid of the rest of the skills. Why do you get rid of the rest of the skills? Do we have anyone legendary in any of these? All right, your skill is 9, 11, 9. You are a master stonecraft. Customize, new custom profession. What do I call that one? Master wood? Master stone. Roll stonecrafter. Because what's probably start happening is we can find a way to change the guild system slightly to work even more in our favor. So he's a master stone. What are you? Bone? He's a master bone. Master stone didn't have those 3 turned off yet. Why are you sorted that way? Custom nickname. New custom profession. Master bone. That sounds wrong. Welcome to the master bone. Bone carver. Okay. Commit that through. Master stone. Hold on. Stone crafter. Why are you here? You're a master stone. Master stone has been handled. One of the other people just got fired back to being hauler. All right, hold on. Collapse. Bear with me, chat. I know this is a lot of micro, but this will make sense when I'm done. Maybe. Master stone. Okay, no, master stone was done, right? Master bone. He's now up. Master wood. And the 3 masters, because masters first, are together. So now we can just tell. We need 1 stone, 2 bone, 2 wood. So I've got 2 stone, 1 wood, 1 bone. What do you have? 11, 7, 9. All right, here's our last master stone. I don't know why I bothered to do that. I've created master stone now. Yep, all right. Master stone is filled. So the rest of these, we don't care about that. Wood crafting. Oh, we don't have lots of these. 8, 9. Theoretically, we don't have any more because they're not high enough level. I didn't think about that. That guy was 11, but he's not high enough level. So the rest of these are just apprentices. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. So the guy who sucks the most, look like it's gonna be Mr. Mantium, rolls. No, Low Jim's got the worst in the rolls. He can go back to being a hauler. Commit those through. All right, we now have crafters, we now have haulers. We have sorted that out so we can keep track of their thing. The bard is just the human bard. 2 engineers is a good amount of engineers, I think. I want to collapse all. We have 2 engineers, and I think engineering is something that we deemed. Where they have mechanics, siege engineering, pump operating, and all the haulings. That makes sense. Why does everyone else not have hauling on? Oh, because those are the... Okay, now they do. Except you? All right. So 2 engineers. I think I'm fine with 2 engineers. 5 enlisted, 2 excavators. I want more excavators. Favorite for lives, all hell's broken. Excuse me, I don't suck. RNG gets meaner every day. I don't know what you're talking about. We need more excavators. I want there to be at least 4 excavators.
So if we don't have any haulers to go around though. We have too many green thumbs. Too many damn people farming. If you're in the top 4 farmers, good. If you're not, you're out. Back to hauling. I will sort you out again later. Back to hauling. We have too many damn farmers. 6 haulers, 1 jeweler. Preferred to have 2 jewelers. So we will need a new jeweler. 3 kitchen staff. I'm fine with that. 1 lumberjack. We need a... Okay, so we need 2 excavators. I want at least 1 more lumberjack. I want 1 more jeweler. We need another jeweler in case that jeweler goes on a mood. The masters have sorted themselves. We have 8 medics. Now, here's the thing. No, we don't. We have 8. We have people who are probably higher in this than these people are. So, I'll take these 3, put them back to hauling. They can have the skills. They're just not ones we care about right now. And if I go back to medic, I don't know why this keeps starting filled. Back to medic. We'll take out the other ones who are unnamed as well. Hauler and hauler. Commit them through. There we go. So the medics have been cleared out. 8 in the metalworkers guild. I don't want to touch this right now because they are so fucking good at it. I suppose we'll just let them continue existing, but I will take off the skills that they're not legendary in. We have so many people at legendary, or actually not this one, at legendary or above, that we might as well make sure that anyone doing that doesn't waste our time. We don't have steel here, but we have so many damn metalworkers, it's funny. 9 officers, 2 rangers. I didn't even sort for Mark Storving yet. I will leave them alone other than to make sure they're actually rangers. Some of them came in to be rangers, and that's just not helping us at all. Though they suck at it. We have to get ranger training happening. 1 slaughterhouse. We need more slaughterhouse. We need at least 2 slaughterhouse. 6 in the Stoneworkers Union, which I believe, if I re-click that, yeah, we have a skill on it I don't want there to be on there anymore. We're going to update Stoneworkers Union from what he's doing. We don't want Stoneworkers to be doing crafting anymore. Why? Oh, because I guess they're all theoretically the old one now? Switched them all to the new Stoneworkers Union. The old union, down with the old union. Now we have a new union. All right, we have a lot of people in the Stoneworkers Union, though, but we kind of do need them-ish. I'll leave the Stoneworkers Union alone. Swissmaker, I'm not that worried about. Weavers Guild, I think we need at least 2 more people in, just because there's so many things. 2 Weavers Guild. And 5 in the Woodworkers Guild. So here's my problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 people to free up our slots. In our haulers, we have 11. Okay, no, we have enough. We need 2 excavators. Do this by roll. Stop opening everything up. If we sort this by roll in haulers, who are the best miners? You 2. You're now excavators. I feel like that takes priority. All right. After them is the lumberjack, which I think is a woodcutter. That would be you. You are now a lumberjack, and that's okay. Commit that through, collapse again. What we now need is a jeweler, 2 slaughterhouse, and 2 weaver's guild. Slaughterhouse takes priority. Who is best at this? Grogrin, you are a slaughterhouse worker. We got our 2 slaughterhouses in. Weaving, we need that clothes making. Hauling. Let's go with actual weaving to focus on. Oh god, they almost... Oh, no, you're actually kind of good at it. Okay. These 2. They're not that bad in the other ones either. Actually, these would probably... He would probably be preferable in the other ones. But these guys are real... Okay, he's bad at clothing, though. Alright. These 2 to the Weaver's Guild. Commit that through, and then whoever's left can go to the clothiers. The jewelers. Jesus, this took more to sort out than I thought it was going to. That's going to be you. You are now a jeweler. Commit that through. All of our classes have now been reset. Who got dwarfed? What is your new job? Mr. Man, he was the one that got in. I also need to name him. Mr. Man TM, you're an apprentice craft dwarf. Mr. Man TM the third, Esquire. There you go. You have now been set in as an apprentice, and you are red on equipment because you have no clothing. We have had a clothing issue, but we now have weavers to start to sort that out. So everyone now has a job. Everyone's job is properly assigned. We should start being able to have people do things correctly. I'm going to save. I'm going to save right now in case this game decides to crash and remove everything I just did. So we don't have to do that again. It's gone. It's in. No, Hellfire. We are training now for a rescue mission. That was actually, I think that was what triggered me going into all of that nonsense, was to see just who we had in the military and what their skills are. If we do M, we can see that we have officers, and we can see what weapons they may have assigned. Slight issue that I've just now thought, we need to break down our squads. We literally, like, I've not even thought of this. I keep just promoting people to different positions without having an idea of what goes in their squad. You know what I'm saying? So let's say Xernak is trained as a spear dwarf, but now that we made him the commander, spear dwarf may no longer be the weapon that he has equipped. I don't remember what Urithidin Inkos Thosbutt is. So we need to figure out what Urithidin Inkor Thosbutt is. Because otherwise they're going to keep lowering their effective skills. Irithidine Frostbutt. Who is an Irithidine Frostbutt? None of these even say that name. Do we not have Irithidine Frostbutt here? It might have been because they died that it's still at the other place. Urithidin, weapon specific. I don't think we have that weapon anymore. Is there a way to say, like, hey, weapon, but it has to be axe? I know you can do that with clothing. You can say armor, but it has to be like breastplate. Choose your breastplate. I guess it would be partial matches, and you could say spear. It says he has it equipped, but I really don't think he has Urithidin. I don't think we have that on this map. Urithidin. All right, to test this, I'm going to do a artifact mission, or no, a Mishran world. I'm not going to do an actual mission over there. I just want to see. Where did we lose our people? Was it down here? No, we tried to destroy this one. Raid this site. Details. I want to see what artifacts they have there. No, calm down. Calm down, game. We need to see Urithidin as a U. Oh, we have, this is all in, we don't have a big list, do we? I just know it's here or over there. And we know one's up there. So we don't even know about Urithidin? Oh, recover artifacts. There we go. I can raid myself to recover the Covenant Cleansing or raid Lizard Tapers. So we have artifacts over there. We do have artifacts over there. Details. But I can't choose what artifact to come back. Kind of blows. So slight issue has occurred that I did not think about. Namely, it is possible to have a weapon assigned, but that isn't at your base anymore. Fantastic. So weapon, individual choice. I can do individual choice melee.
We have to take out all their individual ones. Where did I just take off? Fuck, this is obnoxious. Shield buckler. Armor. How do you put on shield? No, shield. Shields. Okay. We haven't gone into military. Now at least that one says missing item. That one at least calls out that the item is missing. Is there a way to reset this to what a normal uniform would be? Uniform, metal armor. Yes, I wish to assign this uniform. I'm gonna call this the army uniform. How do I change the uniform that is being assigned to a squad? Equipment. Assign uniforms. You. Army. 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 Now, question. Did that overwrite what I was already doing? There you go. We have reset them back to normal. All right, now we know. Now we know how that works. Goblins deceased. I never even considered it. You could eradicate other races. This game is... Corporate tactics. Yes, they are... Their civilization is gone. They have no more facilities. There are some goblins, admittedly, kicking around. They're down to 44 goblins. They are being protected by the humans. So once we've taken out the elves, we're going to have to go for the humans. But their civilization is out. We are in a golden age. We've taken out the semi-mega beasts. We were in the age of the Hydra and the Titan. We killed the Titan, entered the age of the Hydra, killed the Hydra, entered a golden age. But we haven't yet made it the age of the Dwarf. So we're going to get there. The Inky Beans, I think we're going to get rid of you. I don't know what you are. What are the Inky Beans? I'm disbanding the squad. You don't exist anymore. If I erase the name, I may erase the shame, obviously. That's how that works. Now, my thing is, I want Cobalt Deers to take priority over the Bronze Wires. Is there a way to do that? There is prior assignments. Hold on. Capital P. I don't know what I'm doing. Place squad in lists. I can change the squad on the left. That is good to know. Is that all I can do? Prior assignments. Okay. I wanted to make sure squad 1 takes priority. Now, if I do P, I can change their positions. Okay, no, that's just regular thing. How do I change your priority? No, I'm not disbanding that squad. I can change color. That's humorous. I just want to make sure these guys get their stuff first. Actually, as a matter of fact, this entire thing is wrong too. I need to reset them back to not unique. Everyone is back to army. Because again, we lost the artifacts. All right. We're done on that. My last thing is, I don't want it to be metal armor. I want it to be iron or better. I can do material. We already have that. Can I say iron or steel? No, I can do iron. So I would have to count out what we had and then see how we go from there. So I have to get rid of our old Garbo weapons. That's the only way I can think of to do this effectively, is to remove anything I don't want them to use. Not allowed for military purposes. I'm assuming if we have it on individual choice, remember, we have to get it off of individual choice so that we don't have any conflict on ownership of gear when it comes time for war. This is why I had it initially, to make sure we were using the artifacts and to make sure that we didn't have a joint claim on an artifact. Until that point, though, hold on. Are you trying to take this bird off this egg? Is there an egg in here? That is fertilized. Don't you touch that eagle. Don't you touch that eagle that's about to have a dire eagle that actually laid some fertilized eggs. You leave that eagle alone. Now that we saved that issue from happening. That one's cutting gabbro. I thought last time we sorted out the clothiers to do this. We did. Why are they not being done regularly? There's not enough plant cloth. That's right. We were switching over our farms to the new plant cloth. So the plants are coming. My farm has been borky. Okay, cool. Let the military train with what the military is going to train with right now. Well, yeah, no, I figured, no, what it was, it's an artifact. Otherwise, I wouldn't have assigned it. But you'll notice that even the ones they named, they show up in the artifact list. But we only see the artifacts that we have. So if we don't see the artifact in the artifact list, it means we lost it. We lost it as Dwarvenite to the elves. So we're going to have to raid them a few times to get that shit back. Someone is fighting. They're just sparring. Kind of want to reduce the amount of spar alerts we have. And those dodge noises. Let's just make that a bit quieter. Because it's good to know that we're having combat. We probably need to get rid of the skunks. I think we have butchers and stuff now that are going to be butchering. How many? We have 4 idlers, meaning the main purpose of this base, that the stone, for the most part, has been hauled out of all of our areas. I think anything laying around still is a jewel. Yeah, those are all jewels, so I'm going to ignore them for now. Our drinks are up, our food is up, so the kitchen, the brewery is doing well. For some reason, we're not getting too many seeds back. So let us see what we have allowed them to cook. Bladeweed, blood amaranth, cave wheat, they cannot cook. Barley, they cannot cook. A lot of these they can't cook. So yeah, you can cook sweet pods. I'm not using those things. I'll leave rye alone. You can cook rock nuts if you can try. Rice you'll leave alone. Cook prickleberries, leave plump helmets. Pigtail, get rid of the blood amaranth. I don't think I'm doing anything with them. Get rid of pearl malay. That's used for beer. Cook the maize. Longland grass, leave for me. Dimple cup, get rid of that. You're not... Yeah, don't cook cotton. Don't cook cave wheat. They're actually not doing that much. I wish I could toggle the brewing section when it's... oh, we have more than 100 strawberry seeds. Brew strawberry seeds. Or cook strawberry seeds. There's probably a way to do that. But that's like a script that I either don't know about or do not know how to turn on. So I'll turn on cook strawberry seeds for now, but we got to be careful. We're not cooking any wine. And I need to make sure that in here we're not cooking tallow, as I need that for soap. Well, some of it. We have a lot of dog tallow. How about we cook all tallow except dogs? Because this is just good material for cooking with. We won't cook dog tallow. We'll only use dog tallow for soap. Let that work the way it is. Speaking of soap, do I have a soap industry right now? I don't think we ever set up a soap industry.
Yes, we need to build some of these.
Yes, Tomb OO. You horrible, horrible people. We do not yet have a soap maker shop up. Just because I'm going to set it up here for now. Soap maker needs an ashery. We don't have one of those set up. And once this is working, we're going to learn that we don't have a guy set up as a soaper because I don't remember us having a soaper. So let's go back to haulers and see who is good at soap making. Looks like I grabbed the best one. Eyeballed. I think we called them squatch makers because we didn't have any. Our squatch maker died. So there you go. We now have a soap maker as well. So we can get back to having soap for a hospital that has no water. One of our bone dudes is back to making bone bolts. Huzzah. That's going well. And if I remember correctly, which I barely do, we were starting to fix this, where we were digging out the nonsense that was in our way. So let's go back to channeling what we do not need. This is not hollow beneath it, so should not cause a cave-in. This I will not channel yet because I need to put a wall here, yeah. So that we can get our, whatever you guys keep calling it up into the air, basalt blocks. Our great floating dwarven fort, the impenetrable, the hive, the dwarven hive. All right. So now I know I just spent a while mumbling to myself, chat. But did everyone understand what was going on? Do his bard thing on the elves. No, but it does bring up a good point. He is just here as a bard, which means our tavern, that is for citizens and long-term residents only, should be assigned a cockle first inches. Now our bard is hired as a bard. Ta-da! This whole time he's just been going around seducing our women. Let's make him actually work. That makes sense to me. Needs access to... Oh, I'm an idiot. I see what happened here. I completely cut this off from what was going on. A deer starved to death. Okay, well, probably shouldn't have been wherever he was then. We've got so many damn animals. Quite frankly, I don't care if we lose a few. Like, I'm waiting for them to get taken out. We might even, because we now have so many apprentice craftsmen, let's let some of them prove themselves and get rid of our bone issue. Why do you not just keep back the blocks that I was clearly just using? Let's set up 4 crafts outside to start cranking out those bone crafts. Why are you building a Marvel Cinematic Universe style prison? It's not. It's going to be surrounded by magma because it's dwarfy. That's how the enemies will know not to mess with us. They'll be like, oh shit, look at those dwarves over there. Dear Lord, they're so dwarfy. They're so dwarfy. I find it terrifying. That's how they will know to fear us. Exactly. No. The inner part of this, now that we've fixed this, I want to get rid of the ramps in. I either want to get rid of the ramps or make it all ramps. Oops, all ramps. Does that make sense? Um... Yeah, this should probably be all ramps so it looks nice. Whatever. No, I'm about to say we have some idlers, but no, we don't. So because we don't have idlers, we're not going to oops all ramps. We have more miners. We have things that are getting built. Where is our soap dude? Is that what you were doing? Okay. We only have one squatch maker, and he has to bring up blocks and soap and stuff like that. So that makes sense. We'll leave him alone. He's trying his damnedest. All right. We've started to get plant fiber again, at least. So clothing is back on the menu. I'm actually surprised that eagle went out of its way to get over there. It's not supposed to be there. Wooden planting 666 elf heads in the shape of a dwarf head that has Tomb of Woe in it. Also strike massive fear into the enemies. No? If it has Tomb of Woe in it, it would have to be down at the tomb layer. Which means how is the enemy going to see it? If the enemy doesn't know about it, how are they supposed to be terrified of it? That doesn't make no sense. No sense was not made that day. I'm gonna make a fort, massive underground fort. Like there's just a tunnel going down and then an open, expansive cavern. I'm gonna cheat though because I have no patience. No, the heads form Tomb of Woe inside of the head. What? Okay, so you want me to create... No, wait. You want me to use... You want me to create a stockpile that only allows elven skulls. And the stockpile just happens to be in the shape of a dwarven head. And in the middle of the dwarven head, it spells Tomb of Woe? That doesn't make any sense. At that point, you're just designating an area. Might as well be like, be terrified of our designated area. Nobody's going to be scared. We're going to order some lye to be made. Yep. No, you're insane. Workshop profile, work orders, make lye. Make 5 lye every time there is at least 10 ash. I knew we were missing something. We now need an ashery to do lye. No, this is an ashery. We now need a wood furnace to burn the wood to make the lye. I keep forgetting how fucking convoluted making soap is in this game. I mean, it is about that convoluted to make it, but you just too many different places to get it done. I didn't think we have a wood burner, or is that part of our squatch maker? He has soaping, wood burning, and lye making. All right, so one guy can do it. You know what? You know what that means then? We need another squatch maker. If it's this convoluted, and I didn't remember it being this convoluted, let's go with you. I get that right. Where's rolls? Collapse all. Nope, I did not get that right at all. You are another squatch maker. That way this shit can get done faster. Yes, I know he needs ash. I was on it. Wood, make ash. All right, you have a work order to make ash. Make 5 ash every time the condition of logs is at least 10 and the amount of ash is less than 11. So if there's less than 11 ash, make 5 more. Because the other thing, and you have 10 logs, because the other thing said that if there is at least 10 ash, so you have the opposing numbers. If it's more, this goes. If it's less, the other one goes. Once they're both good and ready, then we can make the lye. The thing up here, and I've just noticed this, we're gonna need 10 buckets at any one point in time. 7 empty buckets. That needs to get built, and that one will say make one every time we have a bucket. Like the 2 down here are keeping an unnecessarily large stockpile of the material to make the soap, whereas the actual soap itself we probably don't need that much of. Speaking of soap, how is our military doing? I hear you guys still training. Are you guys training yourselves strong and good? I think they are. We're not playing Stellaris today. No, Coca-Cola. Okay, so here's the thing. Someone's at my door. Hold on. Oh God. Time was running. That was my neighbor bringing me ice cream. Oh yeah, Icarus was today. That's what it was. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You mentioned it, and I completely forgot pre-stream because there's a donkey, a groundhog, and a deer starving. Donkey, groundhog, deer. So I woke up this morning, and there was trouble afoot. There is, I don't know what the term would be. There is not drama, but there is drama with Stellaris. It's I don't know what the non-drama drama would be called. There is difficulties. There are changes of plans, but there are not everyone. There are changing schedules, right? But kind of the problem is that people are updating when they're available on schedules, like at different times from each other. So Stellaris keeps getting updated as to when it'll be streamed, but like 24/7, because there are, I guess, people in different parts of the world who keep waking up and going to sleep at different times. So you keep being this is what the schedule is. You go to sleep, you wake up, this is what the schedule is. I don't know what to call that. So I woke up, when I went to sleep, when I was tracking, the schedule was basically set to 5 p.m. Eastern, or no, 5 p.m. Pacific, which would be about 8 p.m. Eastern. So about the second half of my stream. All right, slightly not the best solution, but we can work with it. But then when I woke up, 2 or 3 people, because someone's work is later, 2 or 3 people said, okay, we can definitely push later. So they pushed their time on the Pacific coast all the way back to 8 or 9 Pacific. And they were like, yep, this works for us, so this is good. And then those of us on the Eastern coast are now like, okay, so you want us to start at midnight? So because it involves multiple streamers and there seems to be a massive disjunction of communication skills, I don't even know if Stellaris is today, and if it is, they might be doing it at our midnight. So I put out, I was like, I don't think I could do one at midnight, and I didn't hear anything back from them because I guess at that time they were sleeping. So I have no fucking clue what's going on with Stellaris now. And that is what was taking up my thought process over Icarus was today. Yes, it is the beta test weekend again. Today, this weekend, they were doing ice. Guaranteed not super fresh. Shiny soup from beyond the veil. Cute neighbor? Double bird neighbor. Conflict. Inconsistencies. We are Thesaurus. Believers will accommodate Blizzy not being able to get back from work till 7, though we had previously said go ahead with them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, too. There's also this thing of Blizzard is one who set this up. So it's kind of like it can't be done without Blizzard. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing. It can't be done without Blizzard as he's the one hosting it. But Blizzard also keeps telling everyone, yo, my schedule is what changed. You guys continue this game without me. I will be the one to try to figure out how to adapt. And basically, I think Blizzard, like, nicely is trying to push off the ownership of the game because his schedule's changing right now. It's kind of like what's going on, which it makes sense. That's fine. But the people on the West Coast are like, all hail Team West Coast, Blizzy all the way, which is fantastic. But now this is like cutting off the East Coast players. Like, again, it's not drama. I'm not saying it like there's actual drama. It's just all the issues are happening because you have two different groups of people that keep trying to figure out a good schedule, and they keep sleeping at opposing times. So there keeps being like a, yeah, this makes sense. And then like 8 hours later, it'll be a, no, that makes no sense. And it's like, oh, great. There are two different command structures, and no one seems to be able to identify what's going on. So at least for now, there may or may not be a Stellaris game happening. I will probably no longer be participating in it. Just because, at least if it's at that time schedule, I don't think I can. So I would point out I was definitely ready. when we discovered last stream that not only did I have more science than everyone, because they all kept harping that I needed to do more science. Or anyone's like, oh, you're just chasing science. It's like the meta or whatever. That I, in fact, had 3 times the amount that I thought I did, where I already thought I had more science than everyone. Maybe that's what this is. This whole thing is just, okay, let's get up to non-grazing and these people. This whole thing is just a giant plan to get me out of the game because I was dominating too much in my tiny-ass little corner of the galaxy. I'm joking. If any of you are the players in the game and I've now made you huffy, I'm joking. Yeah. Is more or less what I'm getting out of any... Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I understand it. I don't disagree with the thought. But the problem is we have 2 people who don't want to play without Blizzard. Blizzard doing the I want to be nice thing, you know, even if he's really feeling it or not, but he's, you know, like doing the whole I'm causing the timing issues, someone else man this. So you have 2 who don't want to do it without him, but you also have him not necessarily wanting to man it much anymore. Someone else is hosting it, and I think it's Radu, and I think Radu is on the East Coast or something. I think Radu's, he might actually be foreign. So again, like there's there's no actual drama. No one's like arguing with each other. It's just I have no clue what is going on. Anything I've just said is probably now 4 hours out of date is the issue. Four times plus tech equals win. No, Redo is basically my time. He's mountain. Okay, someone's further east than me, I thought. Am I the most east? Here's an idea. Just place the game with Kitsune Bard. Shut up, Hellfire. Someone in the comment earlier was like, yeah, that's late for me. So I just assumed they were east. Let me see if I can find it. K-Turtle. And that's 9 to 12 his time. That's what it is. You were just the easiest Eastern easy. Makes sense. So there is the idea for the game, but right now it's looking like if I'm going to be blunt, if I'm going to be military and blunt, it looks like the plan is now FUBARD. The plan is FUBARD. I don't think it can work the way it was initially intended to work. It probably needs to be split up either into a different game or with different people in the game so that schedules can now be maintained. But I don't think anyone wants to pull the trigger and be like, well, this is now not going to work. Good luck, everyone. Again, it is the most non-drama drama where everyone is trying to be nice, but it also means nothing is getting done. That is what is happening with the Stellaris game. Because also, secondarily, not part of the timing, depending upon who is host, because of the geographical regions, different people can't help but lag. To be clear, like technologically, if it even wasn't for the timing thing, there's also been an ongoing issue of who is host, because whoever is host means someone else is not maintaining time. Host. That's also a thing too, like if it wasn't for the fact that a lot of them aren't Pacific, I would have hosted. I clearly have the internet to be able to host, but I strongly suspect that if I host, we'll immediately drop 3 people down into lagging territory just because of where they are in the West Coast. Though maybe not, because I didn't seem to have any issue connecting to Formal. Formal would be the most west. I don't know. Boodaloo boom. Yeah, Archie. We learned that last time. I was at 800 science, I think. Somebody was quickly approaching me because I had to slow down to balance out my economy or the military or something. So somebody approached my science and was hitting 600. Then I realized I never did the tech to upgrade my science buildings to do twice as much and then therefore 3 times as much science. So I was at 800. But as soon as I completed upgrading my buildings, I would theoretically be around 2,400, assuming my economy could handle it, admittedly. But I had easily the capability to jump up to 2,400. And the person approaching me, I forget who it was, had 670 something science. So, yeah. I wish Paradox Games was better about their DLCs. Yeah, you had 800, but hadn't done a single research lab upgrade. Paradox is actually pretty good with their DLCs. I mean, I admit at the beginning their DLCs seem woefully borkish. And like, it's like, oh, well, they're nickel and diming with all their DLCs and they do this free upgrade and they never restore enough to the core game. So if you want to have like a good, proper enjoyment of the game after a few years, you kind of need the DLCs. I will grant anyone that, but the idea behind Paradox Games is only the host needs the DLC. As long as the host has the DLC, everyone has it for that game. It's all you really need to do. So by the way, thank you so much for following Berenin. So I understand the idea. It's like, oh, they're nickel and diming everything. If you're like if you want to play single player, absolutely blows. But multiplayer, like if you have a group of friends, you end up saving a ton of money with their system. I mean, the other alternative is to make it so everyone needs the DLC, but like they charge half price for it. You know, that seems to be like kind of what people's, instead of like $20 each, they charge $10 or $5 each. But then they could be like, well, everyone needs the DLC. You know, then you have that issue of, well, you're never going to convince anyone to play it then. Like, oh, you want to play with me with what you see me doing? You have to buy all the DLC. That's a much higher thing than, oh, you want to play with me and you like what I'm doing? Okay, get the base game. I've already got the DLC. I'll bring you along. You like, if you think about it as like the big picture, the way Paradox does it is like far nicer to new players, unless you've just discovered the game you want to play it by yourself. Like that part does kind of blow. But if they're trying to piggyback off of word of mouth. You know, they're like, oh, well, this guy likes it. He's going to convince his friends to play it. It's a much harder sell to convince your friends to play the game if they have to buy all the DLC. I thought I'd moved you so you wouldn't starve to death. Yeah, whatever. Their DLCs have a lot less stuff than any mods. I need a rich friend then. Well, they do and they don't. All their DLC is, basically they keep doing free upgrades to the game. Updating mechanics, new things to do in the game, entirely like updating old mechanics, putting in new mechanics, things like that. And then the paid DLC is they put out a thing that specializes in that mechanic. So, not Death and Dishonor. What was one after Death and Dishonor in Toy 4? They put out, okay, here's the Navy thing, and also we're upgrading like America and someone else, the two countries that are likely to really use this new Navy mechanic. All right, we're gonna put out a spy DLC. Okay, we're gonna upgrade France because France and England are going to really be the ones that care about the spy thing historically, stuff like that. Now, admittedly, their last DLC fucking sucked, which was the Battle for the Bosporus. And they're like, we're going to upgrade. The DLC is what you need to do the countries that involve the Battle for the Bosporus. That DLC was kind of stupid because it was self-contained. Nobody else gave a fuck about that area if they weren't one of those countries. So that one, a lot of people were like, well, this doesn't make sense. This is dumb. And I half agree with you. If you're not in one of those areas, then what does it matter? But no, that's how they do a lot of their things. They'll put out they'll put out a free upgrade. Here's a mechanic to the game. Everyone gets it for free. But if you want to really use the mechanic, you got to get a DLC. So if you think of it as the DLC is what you're getting, then I could see why it's like, well, that didn't do much. If you think of it of they're giving everyone half the DLC for free, little bit of a taste before you bite the bait. If you think of it that way, then each of the DLCs is a lot bigger than people suspect it is. Because there's like half of a DLC is what you have to pay for, and half of it is just a free update to everyone's game. If you needed the DLC for everyone to have that mechanic, the DLCs would be far bigger. But they don't do it that way. You get access to the DLC maps by playing with people who have the DLC. You can't play the maps alone, but you can join other people and have fun on the map. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly how Paradox does it. That's what I'm saying. Paradox, they put out a lot of things that essentially, if you want to go ham on the game, they're going to nickel and dime you to a lot of money. And I am not saying that they don't do that. But if you think of it as an incremental update system as they release it, again, you get more than you think you do out of them. If a DLC is coming out, you don't have to buy it. You're probably going to get a major update to your game that is half of what that DLC was. Like, you don't have to buy that DLC. And now, if you're the kind of like completionist, I need every fucking thing for all the game mechanics, yeah, it kind of is obnoxious. Like every fucking, like, what, twice a year, once a year, do another $20 for an incremental update to the game. Like, I get that. But again, if you think of it that way, obviously it sounds like it's shit. But if you realize that you get half the DLC for free, and none of your friends need to buy the DLC to play it if you've already bought it, it sounds a lot more lenient. Basically, they favor multiplayer over single player. That's what a lot of this comes down to, is they heavily favor multiplayer over single player. which, considering the game is basically designed multiplayer, that makes sense. That actually bit them in the ass when they did the Rome game. I forget what the name of it is right now, but Paradox has another strategy game out right now. It's Imperator Rome, and that one fucking tanked and hard when it became completely apparent that the game was 100% unplayable in single player. If you didn't have at least 3 friends doing the majors of Imperator Rome, the whole game immediately just fell apart, and it was just fucking stupid. So they got bit on the ass for that. You know, I'm not saying that there is not downsides to what they're doing, but it's not completely as awful as one might expect if you just read the stats from the beginning. Imperator Rome, yeah. Like the Minecraft DLC model. What, you mean when you're promised to get everything for free, and then Microsoft buys it, and then they change it up so that they can find a way to try to make you have to pay for more stuff if you want to, in terms of skin packs and everything else, but they kind of give you freebie upgrades, but very, very slowly? Is that what you're talking about? If you want to. Again, I liked Minecraft. The whole bedrock system annoys me. All right, so this entire time, Soap Makers has finally been built. I don't think that'll work, though. I don't think we have enough. Soap from tallow, I'll say 1. Condition of the reagent is that we need at least, I'll say 3. All right, so we can keep making soap now. Everything is semi-automated here except for making ash, because we need to be less than 11. Actually, no, wait, did I automate all this? Possibly buckets. We might have an issue with buckets. But other than that, I think the soap system is good. I mean, Microsoft was evil before Microsoft bought it and continued down the dark path. The dark path of the Force. We probably don't need... Available is at most 10. How many bars do we have? Why am I worried about automating soap if we have 527 bars of soap? Or have they just been doing this when I wasn't looking? Jesus, we have soap. Can we just start selling soap? How about this? You don't have to worry about making soap unless we have less than 400 bars. Or is this even bars of soap? Is this total bars? I wonder if it's checking the right bars. Stock. Hold on. Stock soap. I think that's just checking bars. I don't think that was checking soap. I'm gonna remove that. Yeah, that's what it is. It was counting the metal bars. All right. Now we know. We have a lot of iron bars, though. Rebuy your Skyrim today. 2 souls per DLC. This is Soapy Land. Shh. Look, if that's what it takes to make the dwarves happy, then a Soapy Land we shall employ. And this needs to go over by 3. So we're hitting our border yet again.
Let us remove more of the mountain. Oh my God, how steep is this part of the cliff? On the bright side, it looks like it's curving over. Hold on, I can just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. About 20 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. About that far. I won't hit that far till down here. So I think we're on the edge of not having to care too much. But man, is that going to be close. Also, that implies this needs to get trimmed down. Otherwise, it's going to be way too close to what we're dealing with. So I want to trim that away too. I don't want it to be too close to the existing walls. I need that vertical wall to the north to be there. I think we're going to need a bridge to get in and out. Oh, wait, no, we go through below. That's right. We don't need a bridge. Oh, did he? I don't see that. I literally just got that. I was staring at it. How did you get an update before? Oh, we're saving. I gotta do push. I was staring at it. I can't do Sundays. Hold on. How many pushes do I have? Watch someone quickly run into cramming an extra push. Oh no, you guys have been waiting. People have been waiting. Push. Push, nerd. Hold on. I'm gonna nerd paint. Tuck this in. Someone made a joke last time that my shirt came up a bit. There you go. We're gonna tuck in. There we go. Super legit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let me move the wired headset out of the way. Bop, boop, bop. And I see Mr. Mantium wanted to be in the military. Mr. Mantium, why are you doing this to me? Who are the bronze wires? I want to get rid of this extra squad now. All right, Mr. Man. But right now, you're an apprentice craftsman. And an opossum was found dead. Did they just die of old age? They must have. Too many died at once. We have 3 slaughterhouse dudes to get that done. Oh, they're also set to bone carving. No. We don't do that anymore. All right, I guess they didn't have that to begin with. Why is everyone dying? How old are these creatures that I'm getting from the elves? Like I could do a midweek stream. I could do like an actual guaranteed short stream. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not Thursday, Tuesday or Wednesday. Also, welcome to stream, Dictator Bob. I don't know where you were in chat, but I see your 5 pushes. Needs butcherable, unrotten. What are all these corpses? Butcher them. Oh, that reminds me. Bone bolts, repeat. Bone bolts, repeat. Bone bolts, repeat. There you go. Just somebody get the bones out of here. Okay, so now that we have revitalized the mind with the push, we need to make sure this gets done. But part of that is making sure it is also hollow. So we are kind of digging up here. If they are still busy with that, they are. I won't touch that much more. This definitely needs to get fixed. We need to get this built. We need the inner lip here so that I can walk around and make sure the wall is correct, because at some point it's going to be out in the open. So we'll need to make sure we order that. Down here, build construction floor. This should have only gone 1, 2, 3, then over 1. Oh, because that's where the wall is supposed to be. I had to extend it out because of the floor. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Here's what we're going to do. Here's my issue. I'm going to remove part of the wall right here. Replace that with floor. We can go in here and the rest of it will be doable. You don't have to worry anymore. Because part of the issue is we're going to have to get rid of this floor when we're done too. The floor's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be hollow after all. Who just died this time? Not the giant gray squirrel. Those guinea pigs are breeding like mad. Those are guinea pigs, right? They look like guinea pigs. Hamsters, I was close. Starting to get way too many hamsters in there. But clothing should be going up. Clothier shop says no, we don't need to do more clothing. Hold on. Who doesn't have clothing and why don't we have clothing? Most people actually have clothing. Feet, 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 feet. Okay, we have an issue with feet at this base. What is happening with feet? Socks and shoes? I'm just gonna up these to 8. I don't know what's happening with the number, but people ain't getting their socks and shoes. Not available Sunday because you're entertaining. Good thing you don't have to do that on Saturdays. What? I don't I feel like you're trying to trash talk me, but I don't understand your joke. Be entertaining. Oh, aha, aha, aha. Dick. Great, now we've lost a giant chipmunk. Isn't the chipmunk down here too? Where the hell were we storing chipmunks? Now, great, now we have just some mysterious dead chipmunks somewhere. We have a lot of wolves though. We might need to start bringing them into combat training. Question. The wolves cannot be boar trained, right? That was an issue with them. We can just use them as they are. That's fine. Military. X-Syrianac. I want to go to him.
Xerianak, our officer. You will be assigned a work animal. You can only assign them as a work animal if they're war trained. So why do we have all the wolves? I don't even know why I didn't think of that. We're just breeding up a massive pile of dire wolves. So we can use the war grizzly, but we don't have a breeding pair of the grizzlies. That's our issue with the grizzlies. We have 2 males, right? Or we only have the 1 grizzly? Something's wrong with the grizzlies. We had 2, I killed 1. Yeah, we only have the 1 giant war grizzly. Who's ready to go. They can be, but right now we have every other animal being used as cannon fodder. I mean, you really think I'm keeping around a bunch of stray porcupines for the fun of it and hedgehogs? No, I don't care about porcupines or hedgehogs. Who would? Alright, we have a cheeser. We have a cheese man. We should order. We're milking animals, so we're getting lots of it. Let's make cheese on here as well. No. Build workshop farmer. We have a guy making cheese on his own, so he should be in a separate place out of everyone's way. Farmer's workshop is a W. Can't build that close to the wall. I can build here, though. We are going to build another farmer's workshop so that this man over here can just make cheese all day. Local Schumer doesn't care about the... That's not wildlife. We brought them in. This isn't... Wildlife is not a weird mass of dire skunks. A breeding group of dire skunks is outside our front door. Do you know how bad our front door smells? I want you to think about how bad our front door must smell just because of those skunks. No, we're not doing... No, we're not caring about those animals out there. They're just there to die. I think once we channel that down to here, it should still be touchable, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. Like, as long as any of this gets channeled, it should be clear. What is with the face, Domine? No, I'm sorry. At some point, you don't care about the animal. Some animals are not cute, and some animals are not beneficial militarily. You know what that means? It means they get to be cannon fodder. They are there to tire the enemy out. How many goblin hacks does it take to get to the center of a smelly skunk Tootsie Pop? The worst. The worst of all Tootsie Pops. We need more tables. I think this also needed to be channeled out, didn't it? Because this is dark. This isn't. I think I can channel that, no issue, because this is constructed. Bats will always be cute, though. Will they? I mean, once you tame them, they forget how to fly. Just imagine a bunch of bats crawling around. It's like some weird nightmarish Cthulhu monster, if anything. All right, we are starting to get idlers now. So, fuck, I want to get rid of these ramps. These ramps just look wrong to me. Why? You're what? You are an artificial wall. How are you growing a plant? You can't do that. Alright, fuck it. We need to pop a hole anyways to go fix the grass, I guess. Let's go. I don't know how the hell we're growing anything up there. Okay, so this got brought down finally. Mostly. off as well. I don't want anything close. That brings us down to the wall here, where we can start trimming off on that. Including this. I don't know. Hold on. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, no, this entire wall needs to get trimmed back again. It's still just way too close. I need those trees out of the way so I can figure out how to trim it better. And flightlessness doesn't change the fact that they are cute. If you saw a horde, probably asking the wrong person this, but if you saw a horde of bats charging you, but like on the ground with like just ground climbing, you would be terrified. You would be fucking terrified. That is not normal. That is not how animals move. That is weird. That is the movement of something that should be very uncomfortable with what is happening in its life. No way. No way. There's just a wave of bats crawling at you. What is that? Reminding me of, Blarg. Little Nemo. Not Finding Nemo. Little Nemo. The Disney movie where there is a raven riding clown who spends the movie trying to get you to smoke. That movie. The movie where Disney tries to convince you to smoke has a weird goo monster in it that does that weird blar climbing nonsense. They probably modeled it off of a terrifying Cthulhu bat or something. Children's movies used to be freaking weird. I think that was based upon like a comic. Or like, not like comic book comic. I think it was in like newspapers, like comic, like Archie. Archie and the clown that smokes on a raven. So cute. You got a little kid screaming pajamas, while the Nightmare King tries to destroy the realm. Yeah, no, fucking yay. Sensible. No, it's not. I like how we have a wall up here, but I got like a middle layer I've got to just fix. Can someone build this? Why is no one building this? Build construction wall. This has to go up too. I like how the southern side got done like immediately, but the northern side didn't. Did we remove? No, because I told him to get rid of the wrong wall. I am not a smart man. There we go. Now they can fix it. All right, we've been making soap. Soap is good. Does our hospital have the soap? Hospital has soap. We have so much soap. I want to change this to 1,500. Let's double that soap. All right, this can be channeled without causing issues. We're gonna channel out a bunch of the hospital and then replace it with floor. That way the sunlight goes all the way through. We've mostly got that working, but right here it doesn't. Like even the wall needs to be fixed. Oh, that sucks. I want all that to be technically above ground. See, look at all the giant skunk bone bolts we can now shoot the enemy with. You hit them, you incapacitate them, you make them nauseous. You gotta think. All right. That's being done. Clothing industry has been automated. Soap industry has been automated. Our guys are still training. I think we could send them out for rescue missions if they're good enough. They're just going in and getting out. I don't think they have to legit fight anyone. They may die, though. I'm going to save right now, just to be careful. If this causes a crash. I want to get our 2 dwarves back. Alright. We are going to do a mission. To out here. Raid. Details. Quietly. Free captives. Don't even take their livestock. We'll take other items. No, take important treasures. But I want our people, and I want our artifacts back. Let's do this. We're going to assign the cobalt deers to this, because I think there are squad. All right. Go forth, militia. Free our 2 captured dwarves. We'll put them back in the military when we're done. Look, they only get butchered when there's too many of them. It's not my fault that they reproduce as fast as they do. Question. Okay, we are bringing the bone bolts back. I was like, are we just leaving these out there? We haven't had a trade in forever, though. I've noticed this. We need to get trades in. Now, you have been making shoes, right? We don't have enough plant, but now... Oh, wait, we also don't have socks. What is going on with our plant cloth? What is going on with our farms? I don't understand. This should be automated. Why is this shit... What the fuck is going on? You process the plant, you get the seeds back. You plant the fucking seeds. Who's getting dwarfed? Tarmf. Hello, Tarmf. How are you doing? What did you roll? You rolled dwarf number 2. Hold on, is it Tarmf? Thank you so much for following. Not profession, as nickname. Reed. Let me get you in, Tarmf. Aw, you were so close.
Thank you so much.
You are a master stoneworker, Tarmf. I feel like your name is a mixture of Tarn and a Mlumph from TF2. Good enough. I just got a new dog. Nice. Dogs are nice. Cockle first inches is the best part. His bardic abilities have not been brought into evaluation, so we may never know how good Cockle first inches is at being a bard. And we're just going to have to leave it like that. We're just going to have to... It's an eternal mystery that we will never know about. Did we dig a hole without mining? What? Did we ever cut... I guess we cut down those trees. What was in my way? Something has gone horrible here. I was going to... 20... Where were there trees? I don't know. I see a ramp. I'm going to remove this. I don't know what happened to all those trees I saw. I must have been hallucinating. There are no trees. There is no war in Bossing Say. Any declaration of trees is a lie. We've never had any trees around here. Hold on. I'm finishing up the ground removal from our floating fortress, which right now is just going to be a weird crab claw thing. Who got dwarfed? Searlac, how are you doing, my man? And what did you roll? Oh, that was just you saying hello. Hello, Searlac. Just wait till he casually brings a cave dragon in the tavern. It's my new pet. Did this wall get suspended? Why did this wall get suspended? And Tarnf has created a masterpiece of basalt ring. I thought we... Oh, because we're making stone crafts. I was like, I thought we had him on stone. We do. Admiral Willie? Admiral Wiley? Are you going with Wiley like...
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Are we going with Wiley like Mega Man or Willie? Like Willie?
It was a random assortment of characters while learning about computer sorting. I pronounce it as a smushing of 3 sounds. Tar, arm, I think you got it right. Sweet. Tarmf. That was close. May have reached 600 degrees Fahrenheit, so some veggies will become salsa now instead of a side. Was lurking for a few hours while grilling dinner with new charcoal. Why did you grill salsa? Why did you grill salsa? Who does that? 600 degrees. I mean, that's nice. Cool. It's like an Italian. I mean, I don't know. You didn't need to be that hot. It's veggies. Why did you grill salsa? Like, I feel like at that point, you're trying to make it that hot. Not intended. How? How do you accidentally not intend 600 degrees? I feel like there's a story in here you're not telling us. Like, oh yeah, I was grilling, but then the Yarmoks invaded and I had to fight them off. How do you accidentally 600 degrees? New charcoal is a lot better than the cheap stuff. But do you not have the little thermometer telling you how, like, you can just stay? Wouldn't your things have just caught fire? I feel like you were just staring at your vegetables as they like just went up in flames. They screamed for mercy, and you were like, no, for today's the day of the salsa. The salsaning shall begin. As your vegetables slowly just puddled, as they just mushed before your very eyes, crying for mercy that would never come. There are different types of charcoal. Some have like flame retardant, so it burns slow and even. I wouldn't eat anything near that. I feel like that's what causes you to die. What did you cook this with? Flame retardant. That's good asbestos. What do you mean it has flame retardant? Isn't the idea, am I crazy? Maybe I have the wrong idea of what charcoal is. Is not charcoal essentially pre-burnt wood or something like that? Where you cook it, it sets fire, you put the fire out, and it maintains the heat. So you cook it without fire on regular charcoal. If it has a flame retardant, then it never caught fire, right? Also, even if you did that, 600 degrees has to be above the ignition point of certain materials, like the aforementioned veggies. It has something. I don't know what it is, but it burns slowly. Dollar store stuff versus charcoal got from a friend that made it out of hardwood. So it is basically pre-burnt wood. Also, yeah, you're going to get a lot of... Okay, was it hardwood or was it fat wood? I feel like at some point you weren't cooking with charcoal. I feel like you were cooking with like the... It's not oil in fat wood. With the wax? I forget what's in fat wood. I feel like you were cooking with wood grease. I don't think you were cooking with charcoal. I mean, you had charcoal in there, but I think the flammable material wasn't wood. I think you were burning fat wood. They add gravel to the compressed charcoal. Admiral Willie wants to be Dwarf 13. Thank you, Admiral Willie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Admiral Willie, you are currently our clothier. You are the one trying to make our fort stop exporting feet pics. Admiral Wiley. Because for some reason, we are good on all of our clothing except socks and shoes, and I don't know why. Feet pics? Either way, I'll watch it next time. Ugh, fire. Yeah, no, for some reason, our clothing is fine, or at least was fine, excepting, of course, for socks and shoes, which we've got most everyone handled, but feet uncovered, feet uncovered, feet uncovered,
feet uncovered. Which reminds me, even ignoring that, some of those guys were in the military. We should probably go back to making sure we have more iron armor, including high boots. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get 10 high boots out of here. Did our guys ever come back? I feel like our team died. It doesn't take them that long to return. Are we going to get an update that they're dead? Who? Are we going to get... I feel like Squad A is dead, everyone. But the game didn't tell me why. We didn't get a report. They're just not in the squad anymore. I didn't ask them to do much. Fuck, I just asked them to sneak in and grab the fucking dwarves. It wasn't like they were doing a full-out attack. Is there a way to confirm that they're dead? I don't want to put a squad in there and then them return and cause a glitch. And before we have a half dwarf, half elf hybrid as a report because of my dwarf legends. I mean, yeah, legends is our best answer, but before legends, dwarf fortress, how to tell if entire squad died. Idea? They show up under dead missing. No. Can I engrave a memorial to them? You can only engrave a memorial to someone who's dead, right? No, they're not there either. Normally, wouldn't it have said they haven't returned? Am I crazy? Doesn't it still give you a report that they're all dead? I feel like there's just like one layer of this that the game has decided to not let happen. Can we not suspend the floor that I'm trying to make? Thank you. Please, game. Please tell me if they all died. I should have written down their names. I don't remember who was in the squad, but I know it was a lot of you guys. Oh, wait. Idea. Squad. No, that squad's missing now. No. Fuck. Stupid elves. It was supposed to be a sneaking mission. How did they fucking all die? What do you mean you were unable to complete a floor? It was sneaky sneak. Colonel, I see elves at 12 o'clock. What do I do, Colonel? Art, you may not be alive, because I've now got to figure out who just died. Actually, you could also just be the people who got kidnapped. Like, are they dead or are they kidnapped? Art, you are still alive. What does that mean? Barbaderp wanting Dwarf 3. Barbaderp, what was your old name? You changed names on me. I think you technically exist, Barbaderp, but under your old name. So what was your other name, Barbaderp? Were you Rajaman? I feel like you were Rajaman. No, you weren't Rajaman. What was your old name, Barbaderp? I know you had a temp account. I know this. But what was it called? I know, Barbaderp. I know. But the problem is you created a dwarf under that account, didn't you? So that account is now not correctly set to your name. I want to rename the old one to you. I am not me. I am not me? Are you trolling me right now, dude? What? What does that mean? You cannot just drop "I am not me" on me and expect me to understand the context of what you just said. Okay, my brain. Okay, my brain just blue screened. All right, are you happy? Are you happy? You've caused a blue screen. I don't know what that means. I am messing with you. But what was your old name? I'm not dwarfing you until I know I've killed you. What was your old name? Does anyone remember Barbaderp's old name? I think you already exist, Barbaderp. But not you. Because you had a temp account. Because you couldn't access you. This is why you got banned. You got banned for no one knowing who you are. This is why Twitch decided that you didn't deserve an account, I guess. I'm running down the hall pouring slimy meat stew in my head. I can't remember. You make me sad. No, I'm not gonna ban Barbaderp. I'm not gonna. How dare you watch? It doesn't make any sense. I was making a reference to why Twitch banned him. Well, do any of those names look familiar? I know you're not 88 Troll. I know you're not Admiral Willie. Alva Doodle, I think, was someone else. Minifis definitely is. Art definitely was someone new or different. Byway, Bear Grylls, Death Star, Dictator Bob, DV Music, Eldritch Grover, and Harold Beaver. These all I remember. Itty Bitty Kitty Committee, Joey Bag of Donuts, Magna Dracomon, Mazkid, Mr. Man, Muhammad 2F, Rajaman. Was that not you? Are you not Ragaman? Retired Navy Vet, Snookums, Spoon Inc., Sirlac, Tarnf, Randomir, Titty06, Ultra Rare User. Ragaman and Ultra Rare User are the ones I'm not recognizing. Your favorite normie, I think, is someone else. You are none of them. All right, I'll put you in then. What number did you get? You got 3. No one's getting number 1. I'd like to point out that the bard is walking around with no clothing on. No shoes, no shirt, no pants. Just a hat. You are in the Weaver's Guild, Barbaderp. Do, 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 do. Is there literally no report that... Were they captured? This brings a new twist on my dislike of the current rating system. Because I know they failed, but I don't know if they're dead, if I have to free them. Short of going into Legends mode, how am I supposed to tell? I'm new. I just saw you my recommended sidebar. Hell yeah for recommended sidebars. Is this the type of game you do, or do you do like Pathfinder? Because that's what at my last stream had a lot of viewers, and I was doing Pathfinder. So I'm trying to figure out now I guess at this point I gotta figure out what Twitch is actually recommending me to people for. Is this all outside? Yes, okay, good. Zakthos. I don't know. Okay, no, you do exist. I think I haven't killed about 10 people that maybe I need to. I don't know if they got captured, if they all just got killed. Because the game has decided not to tell me anything about that squad. At all. I'm probably... Okay, so what's going to happen is... I think it's what? 1, 2, 3, and then season 4, it does the seasonal change. We'll go to the seasonal change. We'll go to the seasonal change. Then I'll let it save. I'll do push. Then we'll do the legend swap over to see who went and if they're dead. We'll write down who died so I know who to kill from the script. I also need to write this down. Raids cause script mishaps. Because my script that keeps track of whether or not you're alive now doesn't know if you're dead or not. If you were in that squad. Because normally you get back like maybe a dude comes back and he's like, oh, they're all dead. None of them made it back. Though to be fair, this is my first time doing a mission. Oh, here we go. Prisoners. So they did get caught. But wait, what about the 2 prisoners from before? The last... Wait. Did they execute the prisoners? The last one we went out, we did a raise, and it failed. This is not the one we just did. But it said 2 of them got taken prisoner. That threw me off. The amateur player was imprisoned. Hellfire Skyrim was imprisoned. So the amateur player and Hellfire Skyrim should be over there. And it doesn't mention them. Did they execute the prisoners? Alright, so we know those 4 are now prisoners. Nick the Foxwell, I think, died then if they're not listed. The Pixelated Fox. Dragaman 4. It's not Dragaman's Day. Coca-Cola 5. The second. And Finbad are all known prisoners. 2 suspected prisoners that I'll have to check in Legends mode are... Hellfire Skyrim. I think the second. And the amateur player. I think they should still be, unless they got executed. Does the enemy execute their prisoners? They are elves. I just finally looking at Dwarf Fortress. Thank you. Okay, so that makes sense. I am close to the type of game that you do in fact watch. Alright, so those ones, I'm not killing you off. Definitely. I'm not killing off Dragaman, Coca-Cola, Finbab, or Pixelated Fox. You're not dead. I have to rescue you. The other 6 members of Squad 1, which I wish I remembered who that was, I think they're dead. So I'm going to write down 6 dead. Amateur player in Hellfire Skyrim, I might need to kill you off as you are no longer reported as a prisoner, which is weird. So now I know, before I do a mission to free the prisoners, verify it says that they have prisoners. I guess this mode tells us. But what did they do with the prisoners? You can't just be like, what prisoners? That's super sketch. That's some North Korea shit right there. What prisoners? The prisoners you took. We know you have them. I don't have any prisoners. Why would we have prisoners? You motherfuckers. And I'm gonna leave this with just a little bridge. This is why we have to eliminate the elves. They execute prisoners. And if anyone has ever seen any video of me doing the same, those videos are clearly doctored. I wouldn't trust them. I have never released a cage trap in front of a squad of military dwarves for practice. Just calling not it for the rescue run. Well, I don't even know what went wrong in the mission. I don't know if it was because I said to rescue the prisoners or because I also threw in get back our artifacts. I don't know which half of it went bad. I'm surprised no one came back to tell me. That's just so awkward. BT dubs, this is our updated list of prisoners. What the fuck do you mean update? Where did everyone else go? Who? Everyone else. There's no one else here. Did you attack us? You. What freaking passive aggressive shit is that? Just update your prisoner list with a completely different list of prisoners. We don't have anyone here. This is propaganda. Right, which means also we need a broker. Bear Grylls is an apprentice crafts dwarf. Do you can tell what stuff is worth? No, you don't. Does anyone in here have appraiser? Admiral Willie, the clothier. Congratulations, you're now our appraiser. Coca-Cola 5 is our baron. Those assholes have kidnapped our baron. The mayor wants clear glass window in his dining room. Mayor can wait. Well, shit, that sucks. But at least now I can see what our wealth is again. I guess. Little joys and everything. The bones look like they're mostly getting handled. We're still making bone bolts. They are not getting brought up. I was right on that earlier. Which reminds me, these are nest boxes that are being unused. No, they're just not. No one's grabbing their eggs. Did we take the bird off of this? It's not fertilized. Where did the sparrow go? Alright, we're gonna ignore that sparrow who is supposed to be laying on those eggs. I guess we'll unforbid them since... Wait, is there a sparrow now? It says, claimed by stray giant sparrow. Where is he? Where's the bird? Did this bird lay its eggs? It did, but it also... How did you have more baby birds? What is going on with my birds? My birds don't make any sense. Okay, I'm getting distracted. What was I doing? Clothing. Food. No clue. No clue what I was... Ammo. The ammo has gone wrong. Ah, I knew there was more stone lying around. There we go. Now the last of the stone has been picked up. One of you... We filled the ammo stockpile, that's why. We need more hunters. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have to do another quantum. Build. Arrows just kind of have to, since you can't use bins. I know we've avoided this for most everything. With the stone, we had too much stone, and the arrows just... They're arrows. If you don't do it, then you're just shooting yourself in the foot for no reason. Warden minecart. That way we can get the arrows from outside in. Because they aren't prisoners, they're indentured servants now. Just tactical nuked them. Oh wait, Icenacok is in prison. No wait, Icenacok was the guy we traded with. It's something smell. Yes, so I think he's dead. I don't know where in this great plethora of things he died, but I think he's gone. I believe... No wait, no. No. Icenacok was a human as well. He was their diplomat.
We had the dwarf, like something smells, or I smell something, whatever his name was. He's the one. Why is it taking so long to mine this? Is there a cave-in? Yeah, it's not there anymore. It must be the cave-in. I wasn't paying attention. He's no longer with us. This is a cross for 2. Oh. Meaning I need to do what, that? No, 4 2 more. Like that. This would be 1. This would be 2. This is where it goes down. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, do we ever fix this? Kind of, but not really. Build construction. Ramp. Let's put a ramp back here. Again, these should probably all just be ramps. That way we can get up here and fix the grass. We gotta mow our lava pit grass. He would have loved the way the front door smells. Alright, that's right. We have to wait till 4 for the seasonal change. How is our plant situation going? Weren't we having an issue with the farm? Somehow we don't have seeds. Something has gone terribly wrong with seeds. Is it a maximum amount of seeds? Is that what's screwing me? How do we not have canaf seeds? We process the canafs to make the plant thread. We have so many damn strawberries. I do not understand how I no longer have seeds. We keep losing all of our clothing. Let's go back to cotton. Somehow we have cotton going. Canaf is no longer on the menu because... Oh yeah, this farmer's workshop, whose whole job it is to make cheese. Process, work. What does it take to make cheese? You just need milk items. That's all it takes, just an extra step. Sure, we'll turn more milk into cheese. Put that on repeat. So we have someone whose job it is to milk. This one actually, since we have a dedicated cheese man, we could just say make cheese, make a cheese. I don't know how much they actually need. So a condition of the reagent is that there are at least 5? 2. 3. Say as long as there's at least 3 milk, make a cheese. Should be good enough. Long-term goals for Admiral Willie. The long-term goal is that we conquer the map. We've eliminated the goblins, as is said in the title. There's no more goblin civilization. There are a total of 44 goblins left in the entire map. Majority of them live up here underneath the protection of the humans. We will have to go to war with them at some point. We aren't at war with the elves, hence why we have people who are stuck over here. This map over here has... Now I remember what that number was for. This map over here has 3 elves in it, including 1 elven outcast, but it has like 40 dire animals. So we tried raising them, thinking if we took out the elves, we've taken out the elves, and most of our people died and 2 were taken prisoner. We sent a squad to retrieve our prisoners, and that prisoner list changed. Are they killing our prisoners? This location has 29 elves in it, plus 2 outcasts. That number's updated to 40, so I think something happened. I think some of them had some babies, plus like 80 dire creatures. And this map had 15 elves plus 3 outcasts, and they are now reporting around 30, so they might have had a few more babies as well. So we're trying to remove the elves, but the problem is they have so many damn dire creatures, it is literally a pain to just deal with them. So we've been sending missions to steal their animals, hence the sheer amount of animals we actually have. Hundreds. We have hundreds of animals, and you notice a ton of them are dire, including dire chipmunks, so on and so forth. But we keep slaughtering them all. We've been slowly killing off the animals, but there's just so many damn animals. You can only slaughter so many creatures. make that be due now. See if we get someone understanding to kill the creatures before they breed. We might need to restrict the amount of animals we actually allow even further, because I think every one of these dire creatures is slowly population booming on me. If you notice, this down here is where our ranch is. We have so many animals walking around that they've started killing the grass. They've started eating the grass off of this area. So we might need to restrict how many we have there. The ones that don't ranch are up here, and we have way too many of them. So we're trying to eliminate everything to bring this to an age of dwarves. We have 50% of the population on the planet is dwarves, but somehow it's not the age of dwarves yet. I do not know why. Secondarily to that, in terms of what are we doing actually in the base, is this giant circle down here. So if we zoom out, we're on a volcano map, and we've created a nice defensive fort structure, like a dwarven wall to the north, but it was simple, and it was done. What do you do? What we're trying to do is, that's just our front door, that's the military fort. Below ground, if you go down enough, that connects over here to the southwest, where I'm trying to build 2 capsules, where we have the dwarves living in the inside one, and the external one is the space between the inner capsule and the external capsule is filled with magma from the volcano. So I'm trying to build a structure over here with which to contain our actual civilization in. We have a baron who, with a wall of 5, hold on, was he in that list still of prisoners? 2 of the prisoners have disappeared, which I definitely want to take a look at what they're doing in Legends mode to figure out what the hell's happening with their list of prisoners. So that is also why I keep channeling more and more down here. So I'm trying to get it so the whole thing is floating. The inner one and the external structure is being held aloft by essentially a 4x4, like wine stem of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Z levels high. All right, you guys can get up here now. I've made it so you can get up here. Why are we not channeling? I do have some idlers, so I'm going to start replacing this with ramps. Not you first. Down here. I feel like this should be ramps. This is all just ground, so I can just order the ramps. That makes sense. And this is just supposed to be a container to hold magma, and I may or may not need to go up it in the meantime. Why don't I just make the entire inner rim be ramps? That way we can go up and down as we need, whenever we need. Oh, I didn't do the lower left corner. That's a wall. There we go. Other civs raiding them, stealing. I mean, if that were true, shouldn't they show up somewhere, though? Oh, and theoretically, annoyingly, imperceptibly, there is a civilization of kobolds over here to the east. We can't raid them and they can't raid us. This map doesn't show up, but they show up in Legends mode. There's about 120 of them over there, but they're on an island, so they get to live forever. That's North Sentinel Island. We know they're there. They theoretically know we're here. We're just not allowed to go bother them. And this is part of the thing. I got to channel this out. That way what below it counts as outside, so that it's a perfectly artificial structure. I don't want there to be any natural structure here being like, oh, sorry, that's where ground is. Just because of the weird way Dwarf Fortress calculates light. Are these still being built? Yeah, that's just the way they look. Okay. Soap has been built. Those are still getting done. Did this get built? I think it did. So we're going to create a new route. Why do I have 2 stone routes? Can I zoom to this? faster routes. I understand. Oh, I did 2 side by side to make it go twice as fast. Okay, that makes sense. New route. The new route is called. Let's call it ammo, not Zamo. I want to call it Zamo, but let's be professional. We have a stop here. This stop will get rid of all of that, and we'll stockpile link there. It'll take ammo, and it'll be assigned the third vehicle. There we go. Now the ammo can get piled together. And again, the reason why I'm just not using bins is bins are bugged. Because bins are such a buggy state, anything needs to be accessed rapidly, like ammo, you don't put no bin. Unfortunately, ammo comes in, particularly when you're doing bone, comes in like stacks of 5. So I'm gonna have to bend my morals and use a quantum stockpile for ammo, just so we can actually have a stockpile of ammo. 2 in-game weeks will have the seasonal save. Mr. Man. Mr. Man, you were so close. You were so close to being in that squad and getting sent to your possible death. Dwarf physics are very different than all other physics. That structure would horrify an architect. No, I don't think it would. I think it would horrify an engineer. I think there are a lot of structures that don't horrify architects, that horrify the fuck out of civil and structural engineers. Shadow Fox, who shows up occasionally, he is an engineer. He is horrified. He is horrified by architects. He is horrified by what he's seen architects do. Chulu, who knows? Who knows if you're alive? You're probably dead. Even if the script says you're alive, you're probably dead. I mean, you were in that squad. I'll write you down as the maybe dead list. Chulu. Chulu maybe dead. Who knows? But it is enough, I think, even an architect would be horrified. What? Tiny, super skinny structure holding up an endless amount of weight. Technically, right now, it's not. It will, but right now, it is supported up here laterally at the top. That's like the only thing connecting it to ground is that one little super skinny slab. That's all we need. No, he has, Shadow Fox has, I'll say, trust issues with balsa wood. Apparently, architect class, they use balsa wood for far more than they should be able to represent reasonably for load. However the hell he said it. Ton of bees when filled. What are our miners doing? We have plenty of excavators. Where are they? Storing item in stockpile. Why? That's not your job, my dude. Your job is to mine. Why are you hauling anything? Hold on. This is why we did it like this. Profession. Read. Excavators. Hauling. You won't let me turn off hauling when it's in this mode? You're such a dick. Alright, fine. Labor's full. Excavators. No stone hauling. No wood hauling. No animal hauling. No furniture hauling. There. Don't bother me with stupid Now, he's going to continue doing the one that he was just doing, but I want to see him clear to see. Who are we looking at? He must be over to the left somewhere. Okay, there he is. Storing item in stockpile. What? What possible item are you hauling? Corpse hauling. How is there a corpse for you to haul? They should have been butchered if they were over there. How is everyone busy doing nothing? They're actually not. There's just a lot of things to move around. I did just free up a bunch of stone for moving. That one's on me. Another week has passed. Soon we shall see what has happened to all of our dwarves. Got Chulin maybe dead. Maybe dead. And I love how creepy it is that this prisoner list has shrunk. Dragamin and Pixelated Fox have now gone missing. They are no longer prisoners of war. What happened to them, the world may never know. Except for us, we will know. I'm gonna freaking lose it. I'm gonna lose it if we go to Legends mode. Legends mode doesn't have an update for them either. Legends mode is like, oh yeah, I don't know. Now I know elves eat the corpses of the fallen, but do they eat their prisoners? This might be another reason to just kill the damn elves. I mean, like we needed one. We're already doing it. Why not? I don't know. Sometimes they're just programmed weird. Why is this not getting ready? It's because those 2 rooms of stone, they're just so heavy. And/or this lever we're bringing down. That stone, yeah, that stone's still getting hauled. That stone cursed us. Sadness. Now, I don't think we're there yet, but does anyone remember what I did the last time we were losing frames per second? I don't think we're close enough for it to actually even be a problem. I know clean const is a good one. Is it because it's capital? There you go. That's not going to help with calculations, but we freed up a couple thousand items. I don't even think there's anything to worry about cleaning either. Clean map. Yeah, only 300. New clean units. There you go. Clean. That one is actually slightly more work. But again, in the grand scheme of calculations, that was nothing. It's not until we get to like the hundreds of thousands, I think, we have an issue with most of those. All right, where are we? 20. So we're getting so close. We're getting so close to that critical knowledge time. What happened to our dwarves? Should we create not a poll? Put your money down. I know we got some mods. Some of you know how to do the thing. Do the betting thing, the prediction. Alive, dead, or eaten. Do any of my active mods right now know how to do a prediction? What? Do things? On command? The prediction. I don't know. You guys love predicting whether or not I'll be able to like do something before people invade, but you don't want to do a prediction to see if we got eaten. I feel like that would have been like one of the first things to get predicted. Options again? Well, I mean, like I said, living dead, the people who've gone missing. What happened to the prisoners? Oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense. No, I take that back. Killed or eaten? Let's see how bloodthirsty the elves are. The prediction is the prisoners who are no longer the missing prisoners. Were they killed or were they eaten? Killed, eaten, indentured. Okay.
I assume killed is eaten. No, I'm like killed. How much time did you give people to bet? Because we're saving now. Is that timer? Is that the timer? Oh god, that's going down fast. Hurry, I forgot to give it more time. All right. 10 channel points versus 40 channel points. Let's go. I think it just saved. Out of muscle memory, hit save again. Open Legends. It's angry. Yep, I won't save. Then we'll do export. Legends info. Legends viewer. What is the most recent? It's gonna be you. Wow, I barely had time. I love that RNG emote. I love that RNG emote. All right. So while we're here, by the way, the elves are down to 42. The goblins are down to 47. There's now officially less elves than goblins. We have so much more than 50. How is this not the age of the dwarf? I don't understand. All right. Let us world map. There's still just 3 elves and 1 outcast. This one is still just 30 elves now. They got freaky. Somebody had babies. They had 1. They went from 29 to 30. And this one, where are your elves? Where the fuck are your elves? Do you not have elves anymore? No, genuine question. Who do you have here? Why did that say population of 30? What happened to the elves at Island Deer? Am I blind? How am I not seeing elves? How are you still a sight if you have no one there? Are they just dead? Whatever, I'm ignoring that for now. We have to figure out what happened to our dwarves. In the early spring, X06. Okay. What happened with that fight? So, yeah, this doesn't mention what happened. All right, we have to do this manually, I guess. During the crazy onslaught. Okay, the crazy onslaught. This is who was there. Okay, now we know. This is who we sent. Big Slate of Fox, Dragaman, or Dominate the Third. Whoop, that broke. Dominate the Third. Dragaman I'm already tracking. Insane Gifter. I knew there was a lot of named dwarves in there. Insane Gifter. Coca-Cola 5. Doob. I don't know how I could forget Doob. Finbab, already tracking him. X06. I don't know how I forgot about him. X06. Okay. Tchulu the Third. Tchulu. And Nick the Foxable. I knew he was part of this. Nick the Foxable. Led the attack, died. So Nick the Foxable is just dead.
Alright, I gotta create a symbol for dead. I'm gonna put a giant D. Nick the Foxable died. Doob died. Does this tell us down here what happened? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. Clash with 18 creatures. The insane gifter was killed by that. It's the dire pandas. Insane gifter was killed by a dire panda. Doob was killed by a dire panda. Nick the Foxbull was killed by a dire panda. Everyone else was imprisoned. Okay. Step by step. Exirianak. Where are you? We don't know. It just says it just says imprisoned. Why aren't they in the prisoner list? It doesn't say was eaten or anything. After Exirianak, the pixelated fox. Yeah, no, they're not dead. They're not dead or eaten. They're just not tracked. I don't know where that goes in a list of what was predicted. And there's nothing different between the ones that we do know and the ones we don't know. It just was imprisoned. Okay, yeah, no, who fucking knows? Then question, what about the first two? Amateur player. Let me back out. The amateur player, what happened to him? Just was imprisoned. Wait, it's a different people. Was imprisoned by the chartreuse ivy. A crazy onslaught. Oh no, it is the same people. Okay, I thought it was the different people. I don't know. So supposedly they're there, but they don't show up in this report or any other report. Doesn't even list us as living there. How do you still have 3 L's? Something formed, something formed. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Too OP, nobody can get past them. Did we all die? No! Theoretically, the only people that died are Nick the Foxable, Insane Gister, and Doob. Those are the only ones that died. Everyone else is still alive, but I can't get anything in the game to tell me where you are or what your status is. So until I've got confirmation, you are alive. Nick the Foxbull's dead, though. Dwarf kill Nick the Foxable. After Nick the Foxable is Insane Gifter. Oh wait, Insane Gifter has one. So I'm gonna spell him wrong. No, he doesn't. How does he not have? CJ. Is it underscore the Insane Gifter? The Insane Gifter. I think I got him. And then how many doobs and doob? Dwarf kill D123B. Alright, we got everyone. I don't know what happened to the prediction, if what even happened counted as a legit prediction, because I guess they're not even dead or eaten. Maybe they were alive was one of the 3 options. I don't know. I have to crash the game out because if we save in that state, it'll make the save be glitchy. So we have to crash the game out so we can load up the save correctly. Yes.
This is how I will know we have won, when I've gotten every single one of you guys to be imprisoned. Then I can go, finally, no one can be Dwarf, and I don't have to deal with any of you asking about your Dwarf anymore. This does mean I have to somehow maybe come up with a third script, a third iteration of the script to tell you you are alive, but in prison. I now need to do an imprisoned script. There's only so many ways you can air horror. I just don't know how their pandas still exist. They can't eat food. Pandas are way too OP for the enemy to have. It's obnoxious. Are there any giant foxes or normal foxes in the fort? Yes, I think. Yeah. We have 3 dire foxes and 2 baby dire foxes. But don't worry, Hellfire Skyr. We will make sure to send them into battle first, just for you. And now they're attacking us. We don't have a proper military right now. They're sending their dire animals at us. I'm gonna actually have to pull deep defense on this. We're gonna retreat. Yeah, good. You cancel hunting. You come back. You bastards. The missing elves. I said, where did the 15 elves go? They're attacking our base. They literally weren't on their site list because they're not there. Watch, we're gonna have 15 elves here. I hate you, Hellfire. Okay. No, don't look for Kitsune. Damn it. Look for Fox. Which one's which? Female. I forget how to rename. There we go. Kitsune Bard. There you go. Uh-oh. Those are our outside pets. We knew they were going to die. We're going to get a lot of those alerts. Is everyone inside yet? No. Squatchmaker's still outside for some reason. What are you all trying to do a drop-off for? There's not that many inaccessible drop-offs. Hold on, is there some area that I just grossly did not account for? When digging? I feel like we did everything. Like, I shouldn't be getting this many cancellations. First of all, let me allow this area. That could be a problem. Gotta fix that wall. And I should allow them over here. The only thing I can think of is they're complaining about that refuse pile. There shouldn't be that many people complaining about some dead bodies. And this is mostly safe from the outside world. So what if I put a refuse pile here? See if that gets them to stop complaining. Otherwise, I don't know what their issue is. This wall needs to be shut off. Fuck it, use a log for right now. I don't care. Just shut the wall. Shut the wall. Alright, zooming back in. How many elves do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
sounds really close to 15. The only squad we have is the Bronze Wires. We didn't have a backup military yet. The Bronze Wires. How good are the Bronze Wires at fighting? My thought is not. More than I would have figured. Anyone who isn't Mr. Main Team is ready to fight. The only one who is not ready for this is Mr. Main Team. Okay, we put them on defense.
They should be getting up here at some point. Where's Joey? Yep, they're all here. I'm getting a lot of deaths. That's just our wild animals out there. Which, quite frankly, is helping us a bit. We had too many damn animals. We're going to let them go through and tire themselves out. Some of these animals will defend themselves when attacked. I don't know if any of them have, but I know a bunch of them will. The problem is, even if we have 4 or 5 legendaries, I don't want to send them out to fight dire cardinals and chipmunks. If we had a squad of 10, maybe, and they were all legendary. The problem is, I think when it's the enemy, they fly, right? Actually, most of them are just sitting back at the wall. They haven't even moved in yet. If I lock this door, shouldn't even get people trying to calculate how to do what. Oh yeah, did anyone do that? What was... alive. Choose outcome. Alive. Alive is the correct outcome. Whoever had 2 won. Now, are any of these fighting back? Yeah, some of these are fighting back. Or not. I can't fucking tell. The giant wombat, Joey, is fighting a chipmunk. Yeah, okay. So some of those, they don't, like, they're just getting overwhelmed. But they are whittling the enemy down as they were designed to do. We're just going to have a lot of, oh god, someone died alerts. Real issue is, has any of them killed anyone? I don't think so. That's the issue. We're tiring them. I don't think we've gotten a single kill. The enemy came in with chipmunks and cardinals. I don't think I see a chipmunk or a cardinal on the list that they recently did. Which kind of blows. Giant wombat bag of donuts. We got Joey bag of donuts. Joey bag of donuts is ready to go out there and show the enemy his bag of donuts. But the problem is, Joey bag of donuts is by himself. Again, we need the enemy to get tired. They have too much shit out there. Like, what is this over here? This is an elf spearman attacking us. Alright, let's see. We could try it. We'll see how well they do. We'll just have to have faith that Mr. Man doesn't die being the scrub lord in the half military squad. I will tell them to station up here. That way they're closer. Then we'll reshut that door. I wonder if we can identify which one of these extremely sane people is Mr. Man. Kill the elf. Once they get close enough, I'll switch to the station command. They're not doing what I told them to do. This is the part that gets me. I told you. Oh, because I gave it to the wrong people. Damn it. Cobalt Deer doesn't exist anymore. SBK. SBM. Reposition you guys to station down there. There you go. Now when they find the enemy, they'll just automatically go into combat. Hold on. Magna Dracomon. Oh no, that wasn't the Dwarf in command. How's it going, Magna? Oh, and we're just jumping down right here. Yeah, no, this makes perfect sense. Yeah, why go down correctly when you can just leap down the wall? Alright, that elf is dead. We have to really check these now, though. Any of these could be us dying. Does this sound a little loud to you, the game audio? Looks like we've taken out a bunch of them. This might have worked in our favor. But boy, are we tired. We got into a fight with one dire creature and we're exhausted. That right there, those down arrows is what I was worried about. Oh no, they're just thirsty. Okay, they're not tired yet. Where are the elves? The problem is the cardinals. All the elves are sitting back with cardinal. How good in combat can a dire... How big is a dire cardinal? How good in combat is a dire cardinal? Dwarf, fortress, dire cardinal. They're not called dire cardinals, called giant. They're dire. Alright, I don't want cardinal. I want giant cardinals. A dwarf, maximum size, 60,000. These dire cardinals each are 200,000. So they're only 4 times the size of a dwarf. But they can't be trained for combat. Our guys are thirsty, not tired. I say we send them in. You either go big or you don't go home because you're going big right outside your home. You either go big or you die. Meaning, who is in this? Who is in our squad right now? Why am I not seeing them? Are they still fighting? I don't care about the damn wombat. Where the hell are our dwarves? There's Mr. Man, but where's Bag of Donuts? Mr. Man, we're just hoping he stays out of combat long enough to live, because he's got barely any training. As long as we only see blue down arrows, we should be good. I think yellow down arrow is tired. We definitely got through all the dire cardinals, so their size didn't help them much. The elves are mostly gone. Slaughtering another cardinal. Uh-oh. That X, that's what I was worried about. Who is this? Mr. Mantium, he's gonna die. He got fucked in combat. That's the one thing I thought might happen. He doesn't know how to dodge. He probably got pecked in the body by a cardinal. Yep, Mr. Man just died. There's an elf spearman mounted on top of a cardinal flying through the air. They weren't elves with cardinals. They were elves on cardinals? Does it say they're mountable? Flying exotic mount. Holy shit. So the whole time we were fighting elven lancers who were on top of cardinals. I misunderstood that situation entirely. I want you
last elf. I'm not paused. He's just sitting there. Or no, we're not following him anymore. Did he die and fall to the ground? I think he died and fell to the ground. All right, what do we do with these cardinals then? S, B, K, list, F, G. I don't know what the rest of our squad's gonna be able to do. We can't do anything if these enemy cardinals are just floating around. Oh, that was us finding Mr. Man. Would a cobalt deer count as a furry creature? Would be metallic and metal. Furry. Cobalt would be implying an additional to the deer. It would still be deer. If you're talking about a deer-shaped cobalt golem, then it would still be a cobalt golem that just happened to be in the shape of a deer. So if it is a cobalt deer, then it is a deer that has cobalt armor or something on it. So that would, in my opinion, the way that would be, the way it's named would mean that it would be furry creature. Get a bow to shoot him down. Alright, speaking of which, what did him in? Alright, Mr. Man TM's combat. He attacked an elf bowman, but the bowman dodged. The elf bowman attacked Mr. Man, but Mr. Man dodged. So he attacked the bowman, but the bowman dodged. So the elf punched him, and Mr. Man didn't know how to dodge. And a punch by an elf tore his shoulder. And then got meleeed by a bow. Basically, you got your ass whipped by a stick. Bashed you in the hand with a bow. That's what a lot of these are looking like it is. You got whipped about the head by a bow. And then at some point, there was a cardinal in there. And you and the cardinal did things. A giant fly was attacking you at some point. What did lethal? Apparently the cardinal kept grappling you with its wing. Kept doing a joint lock on you. Oh, there you go. This is what did it. The bird grabbed you by the head with its beak and shook you around till your head ripped. That's what did it. Somehow it joint locked you with its wing, grabbed you with your head, and then shook you around like a rabid dog. Does this handle what job I am for Dwarf Fortress? That should not have been on. That is for action games and like TF2 for what class I play as. I'll allow that. There is one that's just like, what is my job and stuff, or what are my skills? That is improperly worded. That one, okay, it looks, there's still, here's the issue. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to let everyone outside. I'm gonna cancel the civilian alert. And we'll cancel all those. I don't know what to do in the meantime. We've discovered that everything else is dead. I'm assuming the enemy's just going to leave at some point. It's not like I can do much about that anyways. Zakthos, you know what your job is. You're an apprentice craftsdwarf, making bone bolts. That's all the cancellations. They all wanted to go to the craftsdwarf to make the bolt. That's what they were all complaining for. But we got merchants here, so that's good. We're just going to ignore the fact... Oh, the enemy left. So how many elves did we just kill? Hold on. They didn't have elves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 dead elves. 14? That has to be the missing 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's, what, 1 elf missing? Yep. So that bottom place that had 15, they sent 14 elves. They're down to 1. 1 plus 3 outcasts. Just like how this one over here is 3 plus 1 outcast. And this one in the middle is 29. I think it updated to 30 plus 2 outcasts. So another grouping of elves is now eliminated. When the fuck does this become the age of the dwarf? Hey Blind, how's it going? Blind, let me do a shout out. There it is. I'm about to say, I swear I have a button for you, Blind. Blind. Just so you know what we're doing, I know your opinion is you should not be necessarily aggressive versus the elves. I'm not. I want to be clear about that. I am conquesting the entire world. The elves just happen to be what I'm killing right now. We have taken out the mega beasts. We're in a golden age. We had the age of the Hydra and the age of the Titan. Then we killed the Titan. Then we killed the Hydra. We have removed the goblins. Well, the humans actually ended up finishing that off for us. The humans invaded the goblins. There's no more goblin places yet. They are down to a population of 44. We are at war with the elves now. There is 3 elven sites, but they all have dire pandas, and they slaughter us. The elves are down to a total population of 34, not counting their 7 outcasts. 34 elves, but they're not going down because they still have sites. Yes, this was the only way I could easily think of to do an elimination, is to have a small world. After the elves, once they get handled, we're going to round off on the humans, particularly so that we can go back and take out the goblins. I'm trying to bring this to an age of dwarves. We have like 55% of the world's population. Somehow we're not the age of dwarves. We're only at a golden age. It's blowing my mind. Ow. Scariest elves I fought were riding undead crows. Luckily, these ones weren't. They're just riding dire cardinals. They have captured us. I don't know if this still shows the prisoners. I don't know why the prisoners list keeps getting smaller. They have imprisoned some of our people. That place has 1 dwarf. That's it. Or 1 elf. There's only 1 elf there. But he has a lot of dire pandas protecting him, which really sucks. Did you do a host? Did I miss the raid? Yeah, no, that's fine. Going to host and vanish though. Got tons of editing to do. That's fine. Thank you so much, Blind. Actually, but while you're here, real quick, Blind. I keep forgetting. I need to do a contact with you. If you would be so kind as to bestow upon me professional knowledge. My workflow sucks, dude. I am god awful at getting. I'm like just getting VODs to YouTube. I am god awful, so I need to contact you at some point for professional assistance, if I may be so bold as to ask. But good luck with your editing. Have a good evening. Stay safe. Just DM me on Discord. Okay. Discord. DM Blind. I log into Twitter maybe once a month. Yeah, I feel that Twitter thing. I kind of keep half forgetting Twitter's there. And then when I do pay attention to Twitter, Twitter thinks I'm some horrible degenerate. I cannot fix Twitter. I had Twitter. I would use Twitter for all of chat. I have Twitter. I would use Twitter to be like, hey, I'm going live, news about the channel, so on and so forth. And then, like, I would follow Dwarf Fortress, you know, Clan of Death, you know, Dwarf Fortress information. And then occasionally be like, oh, you like Dwarf Fortress and these other games. We feel like you would like some anime posts and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm a weeb, you know, see some new seasons coming out, freaking My Hero Academia. Okay, I didn't click like on anything. I just like read it. I was like, oh, cool, that's a neat post. Okay, look at this picture of a dwarven fort. Look at this picture of an anime. Cool, cool, cool. Things make sense. And then immediately one day, Twitter was like, oh, okay, you like Dwarf Fortress, you like anime. Clearly you're a degenerate. Let's start posting not safe for work pictures. Like, are you interested in it? No, but you get Twitter and it just shows like little fucking things and like their profile. So it's like, all right, start ignoring these. Anything that looked like maybe it was doing Dwarf Fortress, click that. Nope, that's a dwarven pic. Nope. Dear Lord, no. All right, start ignoring anything that looked remotely like it was talking about anything animated. So now Twitter is updated, being like, oh, okay, we'll just start giving you not anime or anything. We'll start giving you things like, hey, are you interested in this or whatever? Is this a company or whatever? Let's click it. Nope, I swear to God, my feed has now been filled with chicks trying to get me to subscribe to their OnlyFans. I'm like, oh my God, I looked at a few anime posts. They weren't even bad. They weren't inappropriate. And now Twitter is just stuck on the idea of like, it's 2021. You've got to be a coomer, dude. That's like the only reason to be on Twitter if you're a male, I guess, in 2021. You've got to be a fucking coomer. I'm like, I'm not clicking like on any of these things. You've got me a little fucking profile pic and half of them sound like someone's trying to talk to me. I don't want these. Stop sending them to me. So yeah, I've half given up on Twitter. Twitter refuses to send me pertinent information anymore. I'd totally take they're not even at their random nudes. It's just a picture of a girl and she's like, hey, if you want nudes, go to OnlyFans. I'm like, why is Twitter telling me this? I swear to God, I went, information about my channel, Dwarf Fortress news, and then I admit, I clicked on some are you interested links about anime, but the ones I clicked on were safe for work. They were like, hey, the new season of My Hero Academia. Oh, have you heard about the season of this? Coolio. You fucking Miyazaki said this. Cool. And then I swear, just one day it went, anime? I got you, bro. 2021 anime. Here's everyone's not safe for work pics. What? Okay, but why? Why? I did not say I was interested in this. And it's like, you clicked a link though. I clicked a link because I thought it was just like an anime thing. And now it's like, well, you clicked the link once. Once you click the link once, guaranteed coomer. So I've ignored all the anime related things and it goes, all right, we've learned. We're so terribly sorry. You're not anime degenerate. Clearly you're a sophisticated man. OnlyFans all the way. Here's OnlyFan things. I'm like, stop it, for fuck's sake. Just get me back to regular. I have no clue how to tell it to go back to the old days. Twitter is corrupt. Social media is trying to engage me. But the problem is like I now can't, like I can't open Twitter. Because I think, like, for instance, I believe I'm followed to you, Blind, on Twitter. I'm going to open it and get horrible pictures. But, like, if Blind were to say something, I wouldn't know anymore. Because all my, hey, this is what's going on, recommended for you. How tall do you think I am? Spice test. How much spice can you handle? I'm going to click it. That's not food related, but I'm going to click it. Yep, it's a chick's ass. I don't know why that's spice, but yep, nope, that's a chick's ass. Recommended for you, good morning. Recommended for you, recommended for you. It doesn't tell me any. There you go, recent tweet from Blind IRL. You are in a creator. It took me like, I had to scroll down 7 things to get this. You're in a voice pack? I heard my voice. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing that you did voiceover work. I had to go down like 6 or 7 things though to get information from anyone I'm following. I don't know. Twitter has fucking abandoned me. I'm an unmetal. Yes. Well, there you go, everyone. What is you can hear me cursing about random crap and referencing Dwarf Fortress. What is unmetal? Now I'm interested.
But no, I had to go through like 6 or 7 things, and none of it was what Twitter wanted to tell me. Twitter didn't tell me that. Twitter was like, yo, spicy. I like spicy foods. It's not like terribly spicy, but I've done spicy foods. Nope, clearly it's just got to be some ass. What is this man doing? Defend front gate. Oh, I never turned that back off. I never turned off that alert. Hold on. Hold on. You're just active now. I'm sorry. There you go. Don't man the gate. Go back to training. No wonder you guys are thirsty. It's a parody game of Metal Gear. But you gotta put in the sheet to hear me. Sweet. I don't play Metal Gear too much, admittedly. I will take a look out for it when it comes out. I believe I have a friend who played Metal Gear years ago, if it's the game I'm thinking of. Oh, not Metal Gear. Yeah, Metal Gear. Like Metal Gear Solid? What was the one I was thinking of? What's the one where it's a 2D game? You get spread shot. That's not Metal Gear. If it's a parody of, yeah, Snake. If it's a parody of that, then yeah, definitely I'm in. Snake. I don't know why it took me so long to put together Metal Gear and Solid. What is the other game? There's another game called Gear that I was thinking of possibly. Yeah, hell yeah, link it. I believe you should be allowed to in chat. You should be set as a regular. Hold on. Verified. Blind. You know, I'm just gonna make you a mod real quick, just because that's the easiest thing for me to do. Or not. I don't see how I mod people anymore. Twitch, come the fuck on. Don't ban. I swear to God. Can I do it in this one? Blind. Yes, this program will let me do it. There you go. Post whatever you want. You go to options. Add in code blind IRL. You can hear the shenanigans. Well, because I know there's a permit thing, but that like requires timing it. If you are worried about the awesome power, I can unsword you. I know there are people who are terrified of the awesome power. I trust that you're not going to be posting viruses or anything in my chat, Blind. I have a sneaking suspicion that Blind is not going to show up in my chats or posting viruses. Well, you know what? Sometimes I'm thick, okay? Sometimes it takes me a minute to notice things. Quick, post the Twitter app. Well, the Trojans thought the wooden horse was cool and all. I don't think they thought it was cool. I think they were like, oh, look at this weird horse we've been gifted. Okay, I guess. I know you're thick. You have an action cam. Ah, ha, 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 ha. You've gotten me. Hashtag not a virus. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to be dumb enough to click hashtag not a virus. People are largely unaware of the cat earth. Oh God, I'm now aware of the cat earth. Okay. I've now become one with cat earth. Hell, I'll take cat earth over flat earth. Seriously though, how are we not the age of elves? Hold on. We were at like 55% of the population. The elves had a small amount. Is it not population specific? It's gotta be humans. We killed 14 elves. That's gotta put us. 44 was like 5%. So we'll round up. Say every 10 is a percent. So the elves lost a percent. If you divide that between us and the humans, we went up an extra 0.5%. We're like 55.5. At what point is this the age of the dwarves? Anyway, lurking. I mean, that's all right. Thank you so much, Blind RL. And again, shout you out again. I'm assuming everyone knows, but Blind IRL is a fantastic streamer. He's been doing Conquest of Elysium, which is another game that sounds familiar to me, but I can't put my finger on it right now. I'm thinking Dominions. I'm thinking Conquest of Elysium's like Dominions. I'm probably wrong. We have merchants, but they're leaving. We're not going to get that trading time. He does Dwarf Fortress, RimWorld. He does our style of games. And also, he streams a lot more often than I do. I think he's daily, except for Friday, Thursday. Might be thinking of someone else. Back to our plot. We can't get our dwarves back because we can't kill that one elf. That one elf is securing their victory. Somehow that one site is being administered by a single solitary elf. And we're gonna have to wait for the main elves to fight them and make the... How many animals? I should have paid attention to the amount of animals. They have too many dire animals for the amount of elves that they do have. Now, we didn't lose anyone who wasn't in the military. Mr. Mantium, we lost you. I think you were just an apprentice craftsman. We never made you officially in the military yet. I can reopen this and go back to what we were doing around here. I think these were all completed. We don't necessarily need to do every single one of these. I think just doing the actual lines should be enough. Anything that's touching a wall. Less than 50% of all civilized creatures are mundane, and a majority are of one race. Yeah, we're definitely the majority is one race now. Maybe killing those elves was enough to push it over? We're over, because we're over the halfway point. From that pick we had earlier. I mean, I can bring up that number again. It's not like I have to re-Legends mode. We already, with Legends mode, just to export. So if we bring up those numbers again, the elves were at 42. We killed 14. So the elves are now down to 32, 28. The elves are down to 28. The kobolds are at 47. Or sorry, the goblins are at 47. We are clearly above 50. We are clearly above 50%. But we're only in the golden age. I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe may take year changes. I mean, maybe, but if you look at this, right? It says when it did it to a month. Year 0, month 7. Year 8, month 17. Okay, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. What are these numbers? 18 to 4. Is it the age of the Hydra went from 0 to 7? Of those two, the age of the Hydra went from 8 to 17. The golden age went from 18 to 4. What? What? Never mind. I don't know how it counts the eras. I am but a silly, deluded man.
The 4 kind of breaks the pattern.
Did that say 620 dwarves?
Yeah.
I'm sorry that we're off by 400 dwarves. 620 dwarves, 250 humans. Actually, we can just do mathematical the percentage. Hold on. 620, 250, plus 111, plus 47, plus 42 minus 14, which is 28. So 7, 14, 15, 5, 9, 10, 12, 2, 3, 4. 425 not us, is 620 us. Or 620 out of 1,045. So yeah, we're over 60%. Like it's a whole, like I'm taking out that 5. Fuck it, we'll bring that 5 over, make it 1,050. 62 out of 105. What do they want from us? 621? Why would it need to be 621? Why are elves not? We have idlers. So many busy people. Also, it said the merchants were leaving. Why are they still here? These merchants take forever to leave. Something's gone wrong. Our dwarves aren't leaving. Our bonemen aren't leaving. I think most of them are socializing. No, they're not even. Everyone's doing stuff, just no one's doing the stuff I need them to do. They're pin pasturing the animals again. Why are any of our animals not pin pastured? Nothing we did in the past should have unpin pastured anything. Alright, we need to let this bird out. She keeps getting pregnant and making more babies in here. This is like, I don't understand how this bird, okay, now they're not even fertilized. I don't understand how we locked this one bird up in here and it's just kept making babies. And just endless amounts of babies kept popping out of her. Ooh. 621 has to do with a periodic table of elements. One of the parts is a sodium. Oh, okay. Now we have no cotton plants. Do we have cotton seeds? What is happening? Something has gone wrong with our seeds. I'm going to blame the strawberry seeds. I don't know if somehow, like, there's a max amount of seeds we can have, right? I don't think we're hitting it, though. If the seeds are stored loosely in a pile, they get eaten by vermin. Storing them in bags reduces the risk of them being eaten. It's even better to store them again. And there's a cap of 200 seeds per seed type and a cap of 1,000 seeds for your entire fort. So is the issue that we're processing the seeds and then for some reason they're not... What is even processing the damn seeds? Are they just not... But there's animals here. Are they just not moving the damn things over? Lots of hair thread. Lots of hair thread. Why are we not turning this into anything? So if this is processing the plants, didn't we have a bird doing this specifically? I don't see any vermin here, but pin pasture. No. New idea. Get rid of that. pin pasture that covers the farmer's workshop and the seed bin. Mostly. Remove the area that I don't care about, including to this. And I believe we put a falcon. We put a falcon over our food to get rid of vermin. Apparently we need to put the falcon over our seeds. Where do we put this falcon? It is the peregrine falcon. All right, I want to make sure I had the right bird. All right, let's move the peregrine up here to hunt bugs. I don't know. Our seeds are literally going missing. Maybe if there's just a peregrine falcon slowly flying around up here, our seeds will last. Is part of the problem that we don't have bags. The other seeds seem to be doing fine. But do I need to make sure we have enough bags? Maybe they're not getting their own bag. I'm gonna make you out of yarn. You're gonna make a yarn bag on repeat. I don't know. Put the falcon in the captain's chair, then you'll have captain. You pain me. You pain me with these puns. They cause me physical pain and suffering. How does that make you feel? Are you happy knowing that you have caused me physical, psychological pain and suffering? Alright, we're a little over. I'm gonna put the break in the video here for the VOD. So for those of you on the YouTube archive, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.